If Dirty does it and Dirty said it, then Dirty meant it. I've been legit in business for more than 30 minutes. Oakland to Vegas, Aldo, Mark Davis, Keza the Coliseum, a silver and black famous. Black hole energy at the center of Death Star. Raiders bring the magic, we competition with Pixar. 3 different decade champion wins don't fade. Dirty is the name of man, the legacy you can't stain. Once a Raider, always a Raider, that's the motto, right? Just win, baby, like the torches at the iron sights. Got the shield ready, all them wins get us through the fight. Outlaws of the league, Raider Nation going worldwide.
Yo, what it do? Blessings upon blessings upon blessings to everyone, man. Hope all are doing well. Let me move this over here real quick so I don't look like I'm not looking at y'all or paying attention. I forget sometimes I got 2 screens. Anyways, 50 billion things on the face of the planet you could be doing. The fact that you allowed me to grace your screen for any amount of time is greatly appreciated, more than I can verbally express. I thank you guys for pulling up. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you got any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I will do my best to get at them. It's not like I got 5,000 people in the chat, so it don't run that fast. I should be able to see and hear, well, not hear, but see and respond to most of whatever comes up over here. Today's show is about the top 10 free agency, free agent targets. I went through a list. CBS put out a list of their top 50, and we're going to take a look at that list of top 50, but we're also going to pick the 10 guys on that top 50 that the Raiders definitely need to target. You know what I mean? They definitely need to target these people that are on this top 50 list. Some are cool, some are young, some are old, some still have something to prove, so their contracts will be negotiable, things of that nature. Today's show is brought to you by My Pockets, no sponsors, but My Pockets, you know what I mean, what I paid for, and I'm sponsoring my show today, but I decided to give myself a bottle of that Gran Camino. That is the alcohol of the show. That is the choice of the show. I would do the Chez La Portière, you know what I mean, that Shannon Sharp got, but that shit is $2.50 a bottle. Like, oh my God. And I'm trying not to do dark, but I really do want to taste that Chez La Portière. Everybody that I know that has tasted it, it says it's a phenomenal drink, right? So, also, you guys know we have a featured channel again tonight. You know what I mean? A new featured channel. It's not you know what I mean? I told you every night is going to be a new, different channel featured. They might go 2 minutes. They might not. You know what I mean? But it's going to be anywhere from 1:25 to 2 minutes of a channel I feel like my guys would love to go support and watch and understand. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a guest in the background. You know what I mean? This brother right here, you know what I mean, been down since day one. solid as they come. Whenever I'm around his town, he make it a point to holler at me, break bread, get something to eat, whatnot. Raider Paul, blessings. Salute to you. AR, my guy. What's good with you, man? Blessings to you. Blessings to you. But let me bring out my guy real quick. He is the chaplain of the NWA. He is the CEO of the Brown Cracker Foundation, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all need to put your hands together for the one, the only, my guy, Mr. Raider Twan. What's good with you, Twan?
Hey, what's good, man?
What's good? What's good?
Man,
Blessings to you. I'm glad you on time. You know what I mean? But I do have to do what I do in the beginning of the show, which is go ahead and get the featured channel, you know what I mean, shown. Let everybody know, you know, go over, like, comment, subscribe. You know what I mean? You ain't got to tell them I sent you. Just go over here, like, comment, and subscribe. Today's channel is called The Real Nancy Hernandez. Nancy Hernandez does fashion. She tries on outfits, all types of outfits, for you to see what it would look like on your girl. Maybe it's Valentine's Day, maybe it's an anniversary, maybe her birthday, or maybe you're just a little freak like that, and you want to get your significant other a little something to spice up the bedroom. Nancy's got it all. She shows. I'm not saying she shows it all. She puts on some outfits for you to make up your mind and decide if that's something you want to buy. So, ladies and gentlemen, please be respectful of the channels that I show. They're not shown for any sexual graphic nature, anything like that. These are just channels that come by my timeline. I find them interesting. I want to feature them. That's just what it is. So, without further ado, we have Nancy Hernandez.
Black and grayed out.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. The Real Nancy Hernandez at Real Nancy Hernandez on YouTube. You know what I mean? Check it out. Check it out. Go like, comment, and subscribe, man. Don't do nothing perverted. Just go like, comment, and subscribe. You want to do some perverted shit, do that shit in the privacy in your own damn home. But don't put it in public. All right? Don't put it in. Be kind. Please rewind. You know, be kind. Please rewind. If you're having any illmatic thoughts, keep them to yourself. Keep it to yourself.
Logic goes straight out the window.
Man, oh man. But let's jump into the show, man. You know what I mean? Let's jump into the show. What I have here is 50 of the top free agents ranked by CBS and the NFL. So we're going to jump right into it. You know what I mean? We're going to jump right into it. We ain't going to sugarcoat it. We're going to go through the list. And there's some names on this list. I'm going to pull them off the list, and I'm going to tell you where I put them on the list of top 8 free agents that the Raiders should be targeted, right? At number 1, they have Dallas Cowboys wide receiver George Pickens. Now, as much as I like the kid, I like George Pickens. I think he would be a solid pickup for this team. I think there's a lot of things that he could do really, really well. You know what I mean? But I'm not sure what that price tag is going to be, because Pickens wants to get paid. Pickens needs to get paid, has to get paid, deserves to get paid. So it's going to be some money asked for. Now, we got a lot of it, but I'm going to hold off. So if I had to put Pickens on the list, in a prioritized way with the money, he's at number 8. He's at number 8. Ronell Ponder, what's good with you, man? Blessings, man. Yeah, I knew Moore was going back, Ronell. He had to go back, man. The stage that he just played on was way too big for him, brother. You know what I mean? The stage that game that he just played against Indiana, that stage was way too big for him, man. So if that stage was too big for him, the NFL was definitely too big of a stage. And yeah, I just feel like he'd have been a 2-year hitter quitter. You know what I mean? I don't think he would have made it had he decided to just jump into the NFL. You know what I mean? Raider Loso, what's good with your mind? Blessings to you. He say salute to the nation, man. Then the nation salutes you back, brother. And the nation salutes you back, man. So George Pickens is number 1, right? I got him at number, what did I say, 8, 7, 8? I said 8, right?
I believe so.
Number 8. I got him at number 8. All right. At number 2, they got Cincinnati Bengals defensive end Trey Hendrickson. Now, this guy right here at the age of 31, 4 Pro Bowls, first all pro teams one time. You know what I mean? But this right here, this could be magnificent paired with Max Crosby. If you got Max on one side and Trey on the other, you could really wreck shop up front. Like you could really wreak some havoc on the defense. Look at Cleveland. Cleveland finally went out and got somebody to play opposite of Myles Garrett, and fucking Myles Garrett wreaked havoc because there was somebody comparable over there, not at the same caliber, just comparable, that could also wreck shop. So you got to figure out what you're going to do. But if I had to prioritize Trey Hendrickson and where I would put him on the list, he would be at number 4. He'd be at number 4 on the list. That's where I have Trey Hendrickson on this list of top 10 free agency targets. Next up, at number 3, Indianapolis Colts quarterback Daniel Jones. We can just go ahead and skip right through that. He's not on the list. He's not on the top 10 list. At number 4, Philadelphia Eagles DN Jalen Phillips. Now, could be a big pickup. Could do something nice for us, right? But I'm going to be honest with you. He's not on the top 10 list. He's not on the top 10 free agency list, free agency target list. He's just not. They may have him at number 4, but he is not on my top 10 list. Sorry. There's still a lot to be desired from the kid. You know what I mean? I'm still up in the air with him. I don't know. You know what I mean? I really don't know. Moving on to number 5. This guy is number 1 on the list. I'm telling you right now, this guy is number 1 on the free agency list. That is Tyler Linderbaum, center from Baltimore. This guy is number 1 on my list of free agents to target. What up with you, 303 Raider? Mike, blessings to you, Mike. Blessings to you. Hope all is well. Hope you're feeling good. Hoping life is great for you. You know what I mean? Hoping life is great for you, brother. You know what I mean? He said what up to you too, Twan. He said what up to you too. You know what I mean? Tyler Linderbaum is number 1 on my list, man. You know what I mean? Number 1. You gotta go get a bona fide proven center. You have to get a bona fide proven center. You know what I mean? To play with. To have play on this line, man. We have had a lot of failure at center over the last couple of years. You know what I mean? I call it failure. Some people say just poor play. I call it complete, utterly disastrous. You know what I mean? I have no confidence in the centers that we have. So Tyler Linderbaum is the number 1 free agent target that I believe the Raiders need to go ahead and go and get. Will he be asking for a couple of dollars? Yeah, he's going to ask for a couple of dollars. But at the same time, he's 25 years old. He's only 25. You know what I mean? This is somebody who could be around for the next 10 years. Linemen play a long time. He could well play until he's 35, 36, 37 if he want to, if he stay healthy, right? But you could definitely see the offensive line going in the right direction with a center like Tyler Linderbaum on your team. All right. So that's my number 1 guy. Moving on. Number 6, Colts. Wide receiver, Alec Pierce. Not a bad guy. He's just outside my top 10. Just outside my top 10. If I had to give it a number, probably 12, 13. He's probably somewhere 12 to 13 range. But we're not talking about 12 to 13 ranges. We're talking about top 10, right? Good wide receiver. I think he has tremendous upside. I believe there's a lot of aspects of his game that our wide receivers could learn from. But at the same time, that price tag is what makes me very leery of getting him. Because he's going to want to get paid, man. He's going to want to get paid. And you can just be honest about that. That man is going to want to get paid, but he's definitely, like I said, outside my top 10. So, moving on to number 7. Green Bay Packers left tackle Rasheed Walker. This is number 3 on my list. He's the number 3 guy on my list, man. He is number 3. There's a number 2. We haven't got to him yet. He's ranked. He's down a little bit further. But in my book, this guy right here, number 3. Got to find somebody to replace Colton Miller. 25 years old, same age as Tyler Linderbaum. You know what I mean? Can come in here, can make an immediate impact change on that offensive line. My number 3 guy right here, Rasheed Walker. Now, everybody else may have something different. You know what I mean? But while I'm going through these people, Twan, you tell me how you feel, man. Matter of fact, let's slide back up. Let me get your thoughts on the Pickens. What you feeling about Pickens?
He's a good wide receiver. I think we're in a situation where we need someone that is a number one wide receiver. I'm tired of hearing everybody talking about, oh, we got Brock Bowers. No, when you're looking at a team and you're looking at how, it's just win, but we're looking to dominate. And when you dominate, that's when you have talent all around. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be games where that tight end is going to be that option that you use that game, but the next week it may not be the tight end that is the best suit. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have a wide receiver to exploit, you know what I'm saying, whatever they're trying to, manipulate. So to have a number one wide receiver that allows time for people like Jack Best to get into who he is, which I'm very high on, you know what I'm saying? And then, we're living on a prayer in regards to Dante Thornton, in my opinion, but you know what I'm saying? But that gives it a little time. If you have George Pickens and then you have Jack Best and Trey Tucker out there, you're in competition. So it would be nice, but he also is a player that's going to be looking for a whole lot of money. So it just depends on what else we're trying to buy in regards to free agency. So, but George Pickens, I wouldn't be mad if he was a player over. I don't think he's a cancer in the locker room or anything like that. I just know that he's a player that at this point in his career, he's about that bag. So it just depends on what his dollar amount is. And because he was successful last year, he's going to want a lot of money.
Oh, he's definitely going to want a lot of money. Where's he at on your list?
Oh God, I didn't even think about a number.
Inside the top 10, outside the top 10?
Yeah, I think he would definitely be one of those guys in the top 10 because, again, wide receiver is definitely something we need to address.
So am I wrong in saying like 8?
I think 8 is fair because if, like I said, like we talked about, yes, the talent's there. Yes, it would be a great, you know what I'm saying, addition to, what we have offensively, but that dollar amount. And that's, for me, that's what would make him an 8.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's making him 8 on my list is the amount of money that is going to require to get him here. You know what I mean? That could be half our cap. That could be half our cap. You know what I mean? So, like, and I know half is probably stretching because we got over $100 million, right?
Yeah.
But he gonna require at least 20 of that. 20
and he's gonna want to, like we said, he's gonna want a big chunk. And be honest with you, as much as I would love to have a number one wide receiver, I think there's some other positions that are a red flag, you know what I'm saying, on our roster. And I'm like, hey, I think we can get by with enough. We honestly, to be really honest with you, I at this point, I could just go with who we got at wide receiver if we address the other things. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, again, but it would be nice to get a number one wide receiver.
Raider Loso says, man, we ain't had a real center since Rodney Hudson. Hey, Raider Loso, man, you ain't never lied, brother. You ain't never lied, man. We need a center so bad, man. 303 Raider, hell no to Alex Pierce. I feel you. That's why I say he outside my top 10, not somebody I truly want to or need to target. You know what I mean? Charm City, my guy, man, blessings to you. What's good with you, brother? You see, King of Late Night is back, man. I got to start wearing the crown again, man. The King of Late Night is back, man. 3 nights in a row so far. 3 nights in a row. I think I'm doing good, man. I just got to keep it up. Braden Smith is on my list, man. You done jumped ahead of me, Raider Loso. You done jumped ahead of me, man. You gotta pull it back, man. Like you're fishing, man. You gotta pull it back, man. You gotta pull it back. Nah, I'm just. But he is definitely on my list, man. He is definitely somebody I'm definitely looking to target. Jay Playdays, what's good with you, man? Blessings to you. Salute to you. Hope all is well. He said if Dallas thought their season was bad last year, if they lose Pickens, boy, oh boy, save they ass in most games. Yeah, he did, man. He did. he truly did, man. But let's so Twan, we went to number 2, Trey Hendrickson, man. Where you got Trey on the list, man? Where you got Trey? Do you have Trey on the list? Do you want Trey? Do you need Trey? Do you even like Trey?
I've been on the Trey bus. I've been wanting Trey when the rumblings came first. And look, you know I don't pause. I press play.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said no pause. No pause.
And this is where some people ain't gonna like me, and that's probably why my subscriber count is what it is. But Trey Hendrickson is more productive than Max Crosby. When you look at his sack count, he is in the double digits consistently.
Now, would you say that's because they have better pieces up front to help him? Or
it could be that, but I also feel like even if there was better pieces around him, he's still the focal piece. It's the same thing with with Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is getting doubled and tripled and still getting it done.
Yeah.
And everybody knows when you line up whatever day it is, Sunday, Thursday, or Monday, first thing you need to do is figure out where Myles Garrett is. And that's the same thing with Trey. They're all trying to figure out where Trey is. And Trey is proven to close games. You know what I'm saying? In the fourth quarter, when all we need is that stop to shut it down. And here comes Trey screaming around that corner and getting the job done. And to be honest with you, if we did bring in Trey, I think Trey would actually have more sacks than Max Crosby.
Mm-hmm.
And it wouldn't be because Max is getting doubled.
Gotcha.
But again, with Trey, there's two things with Trey. Trey is money. You know what I'm saying? Because right now you're paying for a top pass rusher in the league. Along with that, his age. How long are you going to want him around? So is it going to benefit us to pay for an older, still productive defensive end, or is it really time for us to just go ahead and get a young defensive end, you know what I'm saying, in the draft, and then finish this out? That's the same, that goes with the conversation of Max Crosby, right? Everybody's talking about getting rid of Max Crosby because his timeline does not match what we have on the roster. Well, you're bringing in an older guy like Trey. Is that really going to the timeline of what we currently have on this roster? Trey is a guy where it's like you're winning right now. And as much as I would love him, I don't think the timelines match.
So where would you put him on the top 10 list, or is he on your top 10 list?
I would have to put him on 10.
At 10?
At 10.
Okay.
Because
you think he's gonna cost more than Pickens?
Huh?
You think he's gonna cost more than Pickens? Because remember, deals can always be restructured. Money can be paid up front too.
To be honest
Signing
with you,
bonuses don't reflect in the cap.
He might be a shade cheaper than Pickens because of his age.
Got you.
If he was a young pass rusher with the numbers that he has, he would be up there. But because I think he's like 32 at this age or whatever. Mm-hmm. I think he would get a respectable dollar, but it wouldn't be,
Feel you. I feel you. Got you.
Yeah.
Let's go to number 3. Daniel Jones. You gonna skip like I skip?
Like him, but no.
Got you. I skipped that. Jalen Phillips, defensive end, Philadelphia Eagles.
Jalen Phillips has been a traveling defensive end. I think he was that same Jordan Phillips that was with the Bills. He's cool, but I'm not really looking for rotational guys.
Yeah, and he's definitely going to be rotational for the amount of money he's going to want. You know what I mean? Look, this is their breakdown of Jalen Phillips. Phillips came into his own in 2025, especially since he joined the Philadelphia Eagles in Week 10 at the trade deadline. The Eagles acquired the 2021 first-round pick in exchange for a third-round pick, and he finished the year with 73 quarterback pressures, tied for the ninth most in the NFL. Phillips, 41 pressures from weeks 10 to 18 with the Eagles, ranked as the sixth most in the league. The second half of the season, it would be shocking to see Eagles general manager Howie Roseman let the talent like Phillips out of the building, but he could continue to blossom into one of the best edge rushers as he continues to stay healthy. A franchise tag could be headed Phillips' way if negotiations break down.
I think the key word in that whole statement is if he stays healthy. So obviously that sounds like there's some injury concerns.
Of course, there's always some injury concerns. Moving on to number 5. So is Phillips off your list?
Yeah, he's off.
Because he was off my list too. Tyler Lindenbaum, the tie meister, the stud that fucking keeps the Ravens offensive line in motion, keeps Lamar Jackson upright. What say you about this man right here? Can't hear you. You don't like Tyler Lindenbaum?
This is the guy that everybody's been jumping up and down for, trying to get, and I understand it. I understand the logic of it because we do need to invest in the O-line. I'm more of the component of all of our free agency going to our offensive line. Because if we fix that offensive line, I think we can address everything else in the draft. From all the other pieces. I don't want to go down the list. I don't think he's going to. I don't think this is a fist that's going to get off the line. I think he's going to stay in Baltimore.
Problem is, new head coach, no money. Baltimore don't have no money.
They'll make it work.
They can try. What up, Ja? What's good with you, Mike? Blessings to you. Hope all is well. He say via Albert Sports, SF Raiders will give Kubiak the job soon as possible, whether he loses or wins. Hey, Ja, if you right, I'm right. And if I'm right, then man.
What's good, bodyguard?
I'm back. For a long time, I was just shooting shit out. You know what I mean? Just whatever. I just saying shit. But I'm back now. I'm back on my own channel. Back doing my own shit. I'm back watching fucking football 100% complete, watching everything, man. For a while, I wasn't. I was in a state of depression. But I'm happy now. I'm good now. I'm back watching everything. I see with my eyes open. So, just saying, man, a lot of good things coming, man. I feel a lot of good things coming. I'm telling you, if the Raiders hire Kubiak, you're going to get an 8 to 10 win season next year, guaranteed. I'm telling you that right now. The next guy was Alec Pierce. Did you want to speak on him or did you want to pass?
Young guy that's going to be wanting money. And I don't. Alec Pierce to me is not a number one wide receiver, and I think that's what we're in need of. That's why George Pickens is definitely someone that I would be interested in. Alec Pierce to me is like a Trey Tucker. He's an auxiliary piece that you put out there. You run some things for him. He has some speed, but I don't think he's that number one wide receiver.
So he led the league. He led the NFL in yards per reception in 24 and in 25, making him the first player to lead NFL in yards per reception in consecutive seasons since Denver Broncos wide receiver Ashley Lee in 2004 and 2005. But you just threw out a name, Ashley Lee. How well did he do?
Who is that?
Who? Exactly. Pure speed at 6'3" while weighing 211 pounds is a rare combination. He'll likely be able to command at least $20 million with the Jacksonville Jaguars extending Jacoby Myers on a 3-year, $60 million deal. Hey, and a round of applause for Jacoby too, man. He made the motherfucking playoffs. He left us, went to the fucking Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't think he lost but one game all fucking year after that. Nothing but wins from once they signed him, they started winning. Ain't that a motherfucking shame? Ain't that a motherfucking shame? Next on the list is Green Bay Packers left tackle Rasheed Walker. I told you where I had Walker. I had Walker at number 3, man. I got Rasheed Walker at number 3. What say you, man?
Where are you playing him?
Left tackle. Got to replace Colton Miller.
So you're just getting rid of Colton Miller?
If Colton can't come, if I bring them both into camp and he outperforms Colton by leaps and bounds, if Colton's not ready to go, Colton's old, Colton's hurt, he stays hurt. I love every effort that he's ever given us, right?
Mm.
But the fact of the matter is, Colton stays hurt now.
Yeah.
Last 4 seasons, he's been hurt. Hasn't completed the season. What do you think the future holds?
Yeah, I'm asking you just how you were trying to cook it up, because I was kind of in the mode of the same thing with Colton Miller. Not saying
I'm following the instructions on this one, man. No special ingredients needed.
Okay.
Instructions is clear as day.
Yeah.
You can't stay healthy. The last 4 years, you have not completed a game. I re-upped you this year because I felt like maybe, you know what I mean? You definitely deserved it for all the effort you've given us. You definitely deserved it. But I gave you a 1-year deal. I gave you some money. What'd you do? You went out in what? Week 6? You missed the whole season. You missed the rest of the season. You got to get surgery. I don't think his body is strong enough to bounce back. And even when he was 100% healthy, people were still taking advantage of him. I mean, the reality is, bro, you've given us everything you could give us. I don't think you have anything else to give us. We would love for you to just go ahead and retire a Raider, bro.
In that case, then yeah, we would definitely need to bring in a left tackle. You're running a risk again with having a Colton Miller that is often hurt. When he's healthy and he's actually, not saying when he's healthy, but when he's actually able to play and is not working off his rust, he's actually still a solid left tackle. But we need to address what's next. You know what I'm saying? I've said that for about 3 seasons now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying, on this YouTube journey. Like, okay, this play, Divine Diablo's cool, but what's next? What's behind Divine Diablo? What's behind Colton Miller? What's behind Derek Carr? What's behind Max Crosby? You know what I'm saying? And we don't have those answers. So if you're saying that this guy is going, I don't really know him personally as a player, but if you believe that this guy is the left tackle that's going to be our anchor for the next, you know what I'm saying, 7-8 years or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead.
Let me read you the breakdown. Let me get the breakdown for you. You know what I mean? Because I know the screens be fucking, the words are super small. You can barely read whatnot. Rasheed Walker has played in all 17 games in each of the last 3 seasons. He started all but 3 of them for the Green Bay Packers. Walker's 55.9% block win rate is 15th in the NFL among offensive tackles this season, according to True Media. A durable left tackle in the middle of his 20s who is an average pass blocker is going to get paid. Offensive tackle is one of the hardest position groups to find consistency at around the league these days, and that will get Walker paid handsomely this offseason, whether it's with the Packers or another team. But his 55.9% pass block win rate sounds good to me. If you can win more than half the time, and you pair him up with some other people that can get the job done as well, you know what I mean? It's like a Tyler Lindenbaum. I know there's a person in between them. We're gonna get to that because I got something for that. And Loon, I seen you over there too. I got something for that right tackle too to play over Glaze too. I'm telling you, I'm putting money in my line.
Yeah, because Glaze definitely got Glaze on his feet. He gets
got Glaze on his feet, Glaze on his face. Niggas, hey, look, ain't no pausing. Niggas was busting nuts in this nigga face all fucking year.
You know what? And it's not. And I'll say this: he's half good. I'll say it like that. And the reason why he's half good is because his issue is when he deals with speed pass rushers. If that pass rusher that he's working with doesn't have speed, you know what I'm saying, and is more just a power guy, he can stay in there. He can stick to it. But anytime there was a pass rusher on his end, and a lot of these people in the NFL, I think that they knew the report on it, so they would definitely put their speedy pass rusher, or you know what I'm saying, they linebacker that got pass rush ability on that side. Yeah, it is barbecue chicken. So that's the issue with Glaze, and I don't know if he can fix that or whatever. But yeah, we do need to address left tackle, and then we definitely need to be honest with you. I would be fine if we went all 5. If we addressed all 5 of our starters.
Not all 5. I'm good with JPJ.
Okay, all 4.
I'm good with JPJ.
Take care of all 4, and then those 5, those 4 that are not the starting 5, they become our backups, and that's where now you have depth. Now you have a situation where Parham's your backup guard, or you know what I'm saying, you got Glaze coming in as your backup, you know what I'm saying, guard or tackle, you know what I'm saying. So that's why I'm like a mad blitz on the offensive line.
And these people that are on my list, they're healthy. Health has never been an issue for these guys. You know what I mean? They take care of themselves. They do all the right things. Next on the list at number 8 is Aaron Rodgers. Pass. At number 9, Breece Hall. Pass.
If we didn't have Genty.
Look, even if we didn't have Genty, even with Genty, I would really kick the tires on Breece Hall. Honestly, 1-2 combo is kind of what you kind of need in the NFL these days. Really, you know what I mean? If you're gonna be a run heavy team, you need a 1-2 combo in the backfield, right? But it's not a top 10 need. You know what I mean? It's not a top 10 need. And that's the only reason I'm passing on Breece Hall. I'm passing on Aaron Rodgers because fuck Aaron Rodgers. I've said it a long time, man. I'm going to continue to say fuck Aaron Rodgers, bro. I'm good, bro. I'm good. I know when it's over, when he going to figure it out.
But I'm also with Breece Hall. I'm not spending all that money for you to be my number 2 back, my number 2 wide receiver. I mean my number 2 running back. Yeah. I think that's another spot and there's some guys, there's some names that I'm definitely looking at in this draft that are going to be in the 4th and 5th round that we can definitely pull the trigger on, and they honestly could be starters, but because you're paying here goes my word, cheap labor at the number 2 running back situation, it's going to be lovely for us. So I'm not spending top dollar at running back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Chewy Raiders coverage, man. First and foremost, thank you for being here, man. Greatly appreciate you, man. You know what I mean? Thank you for pulling up and catching the show. He hit us with a super chat, man, and that's more than I could say, man. It's greatly appreciated, dude. It really is. We need a 1-2 combo like Mike Tyson. Hey, man. Hey, look. It's like Mike Tyson's Punch Out, bro. Remember when Lil Mac used to have to remember the combos to beat different people? You know what I mean? You know, when you was, you know, like what was the dude that used to come out, the magician dude? He used to, you know what I mean? Or Bob Bull. You had to wait for Bob Bull to pull one hand up and then hit him in the belly. You know what I mean? Like, bro, that's kind of what the Raiders running game needs. They need that combination. You know what I mean? Or Contra. I went with Mike Tyson's Punch Out because he brought up Mike Tyson, but you know, like the AB select, you know what I mean? Up, down, left, right. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
And I think there's some guys, definitely there's some guys that I wish I had my handy dandy notebook, but there are some guys in the draft that I would definitely be
Blues Clues. Blues Clues. Greatly appreciate that super chat, brother. I really do, man. It goes a long way, man. It goes a very long way. Number 10 on their list is Green Bay Packers linebacker Quay Walker. I'll be honest, I have Quay at 7. I have Quay Walker at number 7. Love the kid's game. You know what I mean? I really love this kid's game, bro. You know what I mean? When you watch him play, he plays with such a passion. You know what I mean? He plays with such a passion. And it's just, I feel like this could be a great addition to that linebacker room that we getting ready to build. Because we're going to bring some rookies in from the draft and you know what I mean, some linebacker, probably about 1 or 2 rookies at linebacker. You know what I mean? I'm telling you right now. There's also a couple of kids that we already have for the next 2 years that we drafted, you know what I mean, that he could really spread some wisdom and knowledge to, you know what I mean, really show them how to get down. I like this kid, you know what I mean, and for that reason, plus contract, I have him on my list at number 7.
Yeah, I think Quay is a guy that I like coming out the draft. He was one of the guys that I definitely was looking at when that time of the year came around, and he was on the board for, you know what I'm saying, that year. Quay Walker is definitely a good linebacker, young linebacker, and we need to get more youth that can produce at the linebacker position. We got a whole bunch of old we got old guys and we got young guys. You know what I'm saying? There's no in-betweens. There's no, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really just like the grumpy old man, and then you got, you know what I'm saying, Paw Patrol, you know what I'm saying, young pups, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we got. So Quay Walker would definitely take one of the starting spots. Still has
Mighty Pups. I wish we had the Mighty Pups.
Something, man, but definitely Quay Walker is a guy to be looking at. You said 7, I would definitely put him a little higher. I put him about 6 or 5.
Well, when you hear my 5 and 6, and for the reasons as to why they're 5 and 6, you'll understand why he's at 7. You know what I mean? Because he'll be affordable. Even at 7, if we sign the top 6 guys ahead of him, we'll still have money for him at 7. You know what I mean? So that's my my number 7 guy, number 10 on the list. Number 11 is 49ers, Juwan Jennings. I'm going to pass only because I know Frisco's not going to let him go.
Hell no.
Frisco's not letting Juwan Jennings go. So for that reason alone, there's no reason to talk about it. You know what I mean? Frisco's not letting him out the building, bro. Sorry, they're not. This next guy, the Chargers DN. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we got another guest. Always late, but on time. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all asked for him. He's here. He's here to deliver his words. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, my cuzzo, my bro, my fan band from AZ to LA, king of controversy, Mr. J to the T. What's up, J Tizzle?
Never late, always on time. The one and only, you know, always on time. But I just can't, just getting off work, just come and stop by, show some love. Seeing what the conversation is about.
We're on the list of we're on the top 50 list of available free agents. But out of this 50, we're giving our top 10, you know what I mean, targets that the Raiders should technically go after.
Free agents?
Yeah, free agency. We talking free agency right now. And it looks like Kubiak might be the coach.
That would be dumb.
Huh?
So that would be dumb. To hire a coach right now, it would be dumb.
Just saying. Not right now. Not right now.
You haven't even interviewed everybody or even got through the whole process of the season ending. I'm like, you rushing things, and you've
interviewed the people you want to interview.
They haven't interviewed the people they want to interview. Everybody, they're interviewing the people who are willing to accept the interviews. There's been a lot of people who've turned down interviews because they just don't want.
Why am I waiting for a motherfucker who's turning my shit down?
It's not about the person you turned down. It's about the people you waiting to interview still who are still in the playoffs.
Well, some of them people that are still in the playoffs have interviewed.
Yeah, but they haven't interviewed with us.
Yeah, they did. Kubiak interviewed with us. It just hasn't been in person.
My thing is, the people who are interviewed with us aren't people who are going to be able to turn around this organization. Kubiak is not prepared. He's not ready. He's not equipped to deal and handle everything that comes with the job with the Raiders. That's the problem. If you got an interview with the Raiders, it's the bottom of the barrel.
Look, see, and this is the thing, bro. This is the thing about that statement. And I understand what you're saying and where you're coming from. But the guys who are equipped to do that, as you stated, that have declined the interview, then what do you expect to be done if that type of guy is the guy you want to come in here, but he's not the guy who wants to come in?
He could be overvaluing himself, waiting for an interview somewhere else. Doesn't mean he's not the right person for the job. Don't get offended or butthurt because someone who has qualifications and standards is waiting for a better opportunity. Don't like wait. You
can wait. Look, you can wait.
Yes, you can wait.
Don't come knocking again. That's the thing about it.
When you're the right person for the job, yes, it does.
They don't. Sometimes they don't.
Well, and guess what? If you're that, no offense, if you're that sensitive as an organization to where someone's like, you know what, I'm not going to do that right now. I'm looking at my other opportunity.
We're not here to talk about coaching. Let's stop right there. Let's put a pin in that. We can come back to that tomorrow night.
I mean, that's free agency, isn't it? That's part of free agency.
We're just talking free agency right now. We're talking about players that I feel like the Raiders should target, and they got nothing to do with any coaches. This is solely based off how I've viewed these players, what I think they could contribute if they came in here, and that's that. It ain't got nothing to do with the coaching.
I mean, but that's the problem. Can I say that's problematic? Because you're basing it off of what? The coaching staff that was just here?
No,
You're not basing it. You're not basing it off the.
I don't have to base it off the coaching staff that was just here. I'm basing my free agent list off what I've seen these players do in the NFL.
But you're basing it off of what criteria that they're going to play under who. If they don't fit the system, then what's the point of me critiquing or trying to go after someone who's not going to fit?
Oh, these players I feel like are pieces you can plug into any system. They're going to succeed. I'm not. None of my top 10 guys are schematic guys. These are plug and play pieces.
Okay, so these are like potential Hall of Famers, and they can fit in any system. Is what you're saying?
Yeah. These
are.
Can
you give me your list?
So far, at number 1, I got Tyler Linderbaum.
Excuse me?
Tyler Linderbaum is my number 1 target. The center from Baltimore. If they're not willing to negotiate, because Baltimore don't have a lot of money. So if they can't pay him, he's going to be looking to go somewhere else. I like the kid. I think the kid is a future Hall of Famer at center. Mm-hmm. He's only 25 years old, so he's still young. You know what I mean? He's got his career still ahead of him. He's been doing really good, keeping Lamar Jackson upright. You know what I mean? He's been holding that line together over there in Baltimore. I like the kid. He's at number 1 right now. I don't have my number 2 on here just yet because we haven't revealed him. You know what I mean? We're going down the list. At number 3, I got Rasheed Walker, left tackle from Green Bay. Another 25-year-old kid, plug and play, doesn't really need a system. You know what I mean, to be involved in. He's at number 3. At number 4, I got Trey Hendrickson from Cincinnati. Now, he's just on the list. You know what I mean? He will be my number 4 target. If I got all 3 above him, I can still target him. My list is in financial order as well, too. You know what I mean? Based on what I can sign, how I can sign it, and so forth. You know what I mean? So that's where we at. We are also got my number 7 and my number 8. We haven't got the 2, 5, 6, 9, and 10. Right? So at number 7, I got Quay Walker, linebacker from Green Bay as well, middle linebacker, young kid, another plug and play kid, can play multiple, schemes. So real good in coverage as well as can tackle. You know what I mean? So, and then at number 8, I got George Pickens, and that's solely based on the amount of money that he's going to be asking for. I feel like if we sign these other players and then we got money left over for George Pickens, then go ahead and shoot your shot at George Pickens. But he's not at the top of my list just because I know how much he's going to cost. So now you're all caught up. We're at the number 12 player on the list. I'll give you the rundown of the people we passed on. So we passed on. So we got George Pickens on the list. We got Trey Hendrickson on the list, and they're 1 and 2. Number 3 was Daniel Jones. I passed on him. Jalen Phillips, I also passed on simply because I feel like the Eagles aren't going to let him go. He may get franchise tagged. Tyler Linderbaum, we just talked about. Alec Pierce is another guy that I passed on simply because I know the amount of money he's going to be asking for right about now. I told you about Rasheed Walker. Passed on Aaron Rodgers. Passed on Breece Hall simply because I'm not going to pay Breece Hall the amount of money he's going to require to sit behind Ashton Genty. It would be nice to get him, but at the same time, I'm not about to spend that money. Quay Walker, I just told you about, linebacker from Green Bay. Juwan Jennings, I passed on because San Francisco's not going to let him go. They're going to do everything they can to keep him. And now you're all caught up. We're with the LA Chargers defensive end, Odafe Oweh. DN, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to pass on him because Chargers aren't going to let him go. They'll let Khalil Mack go before they let him go because he's younger. So he's not even on my radar of people to target. At least not in the top 10. He's not on my top 10. What about y'all?
Nope.
I mean, people who I would look at that are universal, or none of the people you just named were universal. I mean, Brees Hall would be, but I mean, you have Ashton Gentry, so you're not trying to have two number one backs on the same team, so that's an out.
That's why I passed.
Lindenbaum wouldn't fit the scheme. I think he's in a specific scheme, which is why he's going to stay in Baltimore. Something that works is going to work. There's no reason for him to leave, and they're going to pay him. And he's going to
have the money. They may not have the money, man.
They're going to find the money to keep him because they're keeping. If they're keeping their quarterback, they're keeping his center. They're not going to get there. They're not going to do that. Plus, there's no reason for us to go after a center when we have JPJ still. There wouldn't be a reason to pick him up.
Because they're not going to play him at center.
You're saying that you're basing it off of what?
I'm basing that off of every coach that's been here. Nobody wants to let him play center.
When he first got
here, the coach that drafted him didn't even let him play center. He played him at guard.
I mean, he played guard because you had a center that you're trying to fill in. You were weaker at guard than you were at center. Look, so yes, you're trying to fill holes.
If I got a real solidified center like a Tyler Linderbaum, I'm fine with JPJ at guard, bro, because he's a nasty guy at guard.
Who's the better center? Who will be the better center?
Tyler Linderbaum.
I think JPJ would be a better center, and he would be at a better rate.
I don't. He hasn't been.
I mean, there's no proof to show that.
There's tons of proof.
I mean, half a season, very minimal reps under a bad offensive coordinator who got fired halfway through the season.
8 games is all I need to look and see. 8 games.
You can't assess it over someone who got fired because he was terrible at his job. You can't assess that properly.
I can assess it however I want to assess it, JT. I can only assess it by what has been presented to me.
Yes,
I can't make up no fairy tales.
Well, you're not making fairy tales. You're not assessing someone thoroughly. You didn't get a thorough job of looking at him actually being able to take on a season. You're not. You're basing it off a fairy tale on what you think is a possibility, not what is.
I mean,
for you to do that,
the 2.5 seasons that I've been able to watch him play,
he hasn't been playing. What are we talking about?
He has been playing.
He had Brendan Carroll as a guy who was overseeing the offensive line. No, he has not had an opportunity to actually showcase his talent at center or at guard. What are we talking about?
How long has JPJ been here?
What, 2 years?
3.
Really, 2? His third year, but he only played 2. So you only got 2 years.
He technically didn't even play 2. He technically didn't even. He's been here 3 years. He probably played 2 total. If you added up all the games,
exactly. And you've had people who didn't deserve the job, who are trying to assess you, and you're basing it off of their assumptions or their assessment that's been wrong. You've had terrible offensive line coach. You've had terrible offensive coordinators. You had a terrible coach.
3, Loon. He's been here 3 years. He came in with Daniels.
Yeah, man, when you're trading an all-pro talent-wise and someone who's actual a leader, I'm gonna side with the player.
That's your opinion. You're entitled to it. I feel like if Tyler Linderbaum came here, I think he would be a better center. I think he's got more experience at it. I think he's had the proper coach to learn from. I believe he's been in the proper systems and that the kid can make the reads. And not only that, he's a physical player. I feel like you put the two next to each other and you really got something going, bro. And it just goes to prove that JPJ is a really good player. But, bro, if you play him at guard and you have a fucking future Hall of Fame center, You play JPJ at guard where he's still great at.
He's a Hall of Fame.
Why short your team if you don't have to?
He's not a Hall of Fame center. He plays in Baltimore. He's in Baltimore in a specific system where he can only do one thing.
What's that?
He can only run block. He can only run block. He's not the best pass rusher, pass blocking center. He doesn't call the audibles. He doesn't do none of that. I need my center to be able to do that. He can't do that. He can only do it in one system, and we don't have Lamar Jackson. We're not going to have a running quarterback.
Let me read the breakdown for you. Since you made those comments, right? Since you made that comment, let me read the breakdown for you. Tyler Linderbaum, one of the NFL's best centers, is primed to hit the open market this offseason. Pro Football Focus assessed Linderbaum at a 79.8 offensive grade, the fifth best in the league among centers. His ability to climb to the second level of the defense because of his balance, speed, quickness, and shine on tape. Linderbaum also thrives mowing down non-linemen in space as a blocker on screen passes. The reason he is set to become available is because the Ravens declined his fifth-year option, as it would have made him the highest-paid center in the NFL. Baltimore could retain Linderbaum this offseason, but he'll have plenty of suitors if they don't. So give me your statement again.
All that is run blocking.
Like I said,
no. Let me respond. Everything you just said is accurate for him in run blocking. You know what he's ranked in pass blocking? Pull those stats up, Dirty. Pull one of the stats up against the defensive tackle on third downs and passing. He's ranked by 25? He's good as a run blocker, absolutely. He's going to make Action Gentry look better. Does he make the team better in passing situations that we're going to be in 80% of the time next year?
Yes.
No, he doesn't.
Bro.
He's a bottom 10 center when it comes to pass blocking. Why do you think if he was that good and a Hall of Famer, they pay him the money? They don't let him go test the market.
But you're not going to make him the highest paid center in the NFL.
If he's a Hall of Famer, yes, you do. How do you think Philadelphia got good? Did they let Kelsey go? Did they let
afford it?
Huh?
You can't afford it.
They can afford it.
You crazy, man. Baltimore ain't got no money, bro.
He's someone who's only good on one end of the spectrum.
He's a top tier. He's a top tier. All their money is tied up. All their money is tied up. What they gonna pay him with?
Who?
Baltimore. What they gonna pay him with?
They're gonna have to make cap room. They made bad decisions. They made bad moves paying their wide receivers that didn't pan out. That's on them.
Well, they about to have a new head coach, and he gonna want his own team, so he gonna want to do things his way.
Yeah, and I want someone who can do both ways. Guess what? We can't just be one dimensional, and he's one dimensional.
I didn't invite you on here to shoot down my fucking guys, bro.
No, I'm saying you said assess the top two guys.
We need a center, and he's the best center on the market. There's no one else available better than him. So what do? You target him. Why? Because you don't have a center at all.
I mean, there's a lot of positions you can say that for.
Man, I'm not talking about a lot of positions. I'm talking about 5 positions in particular that we are the fucking worst at in the NFL. And that's the fucking offensive line. And without that, you don't win games.
Wide receiver. I mean, we can keep going.
I don't care about none of that. You know why? Because I see motherfuckers succeed that ain't worth the shit, but because they're on a good offense that has line blocking and a quarterback that can actually make a pass, they fucking look successful. But when you take that from them and put them somewhere else, they don't do shit.
So if he leaves Baltimore,
what makes the offense work? Fucking blocking.
Yes. So I'm gonna ask you: when he leaves Baltimore and comes here, is he gonna get worse or better?
He can stay the same for all I give a shit. It's better than what I got, which is nothing.
We don't even know what we have. We only know what we play. And we're not even playing. You didn't even play what you drafted last year. You don't even know what you got.
Whose fault is that?
The Raider organization, not mine.
They did play. They played towards the end of the season. They looked okay.
So my point
I'm not with okay, bro. I'm sick of developing.
You're gonna have to develop him.
The last time we were good is when we went out and paid for a fucking offensive line.
Because we already had pieces in play.
They could get it done. I'm sick and tired of waiting.
You're gonna have to wait 3 years, bro. There is no fix-it ticket. He's not gonna come in. We're not gonna buy
a motorcycle. I ain't got time to fucking wait for nothing.
And you still got to do maintenance on that. You still got to build. You still got to bring in pieces.
I'm impatient, bro.
Well,
I want to see some success, and I want to see it now.
There was success last year.
It wasn't no success.
I saw success.
Man, where did you see success at? The rest of the NFL?
I seen a running back in the Patriots. I saw a running back. I mean, New England Patriots a playoff team, and we beat them.
I ain't see nothing successful about. I ain't see nothing successful about a losing ass fucking season where you're the worst team in the NFL and you got the #1 draft pick coming up. There was no success.
No, there's a lot of negatives, but there's also success in that.
There ain't no success.
No, you're not. You're just not trying to look for it. You just look at what's right in front of you.
No,
yeah, it was a bad team, but there was a lot of success that was happening. There was a lot of things that were actually.
All right, let's get back to the list, man. Let's get back to the free agents list, man. It's plenty of people on the list, man. We over here arguing about one motherfucker, man. I can't get through everything on the show if I sit here and I just argue about one motherfucking guy, bro, one fucking position. You know what I mean? When there's multiple positions that need to be addressed on this team. You know what I mean? That's just one of many of my concerns. And for me, that's my concern. That's my #1 concern right now because I don't have any faith in the centers that we have, bro. So my #1 concern, my #1 target for me is Tyler Linderbaum. If you have something different, you mention it.
For me, I don't think he's a free agent that will be high on my list compared to other free agents that would be better.
Okay, so if he was on your list, where would he be?
If he was on my list, it'd be from.
Is he inside the top 10? Yes or no?
No.
All right, that's all we need to know. That's all I need to know is he, because this is a top 10 list.
I mean, as of right now,
he's in your top 10 or he's not.
Nah, there isn't that many people in the top 10, really. That shouldn't be. That's gonna for what you're trying to do. There ain't really that many people on this list that can do. For you to be impatient, there isn't that many. There isn't people on this list. There's maybe 2.
Okay.
So for us to jump the gun and just think these guys are going to be all no, we need all pros for that type of impatientness. I'm with you. If we don't get all pros and people like that, then yeah. But none of these people on this list are that.
Tyler Linderbaum's been to 3 Pro Bowls.
As a run blocker, yeah, with Lamar Jackson, you're going to look fucking great.
It don't matter how he got there, bro. He went.
You just said about how people are going to go look.
Stop moving the goalposts, bro. Stop moving the goalposts.
We're not on the goalposts. You specifically said, I'm tired of looking at other people go somewhere else and look better when they're not even that good. You said that.
You're saying, oh, well, now, yeah, 3 Pro Bowls. Well, he got there because of Lamar Jackson. So what? Who fucking cares?
But that's not on your merit. It's not because he's an all-pro in pass blocking. When you're all-pro Pro Bowler, you're good in pass blocking and rush blocking, not just one. Not just one.
When your team runs the ball 87% of the time, you don't have to really do too much pass blocking. You think about it that way? Did you think about it that way?
Yeah, so it said you get even more of an opportunity to look good.
You don't think we're gonna throw a lot of screens to Ashton Genty out the backfield after seeing what he could do with the ball in open space? Bro, I already know what Kubiak's plan is if he comes in here. So, you know what? Let's say I'm basing my list off of having fucking Clint Kubiak as a coach. In fact, I put it in writing. If Clint Kubiak was the coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, this would be his top 10 list.
I guarantee you, Lillenbaum would not be a Raider if Clint Kubiak is our coach. I can 100% guarantee it.
Okay.
Because he's a pass guy, and he's guy can't pass block.
Okay, that's what you say. That's
Is he not?
your opinion. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. He was a good pass blocker in college, but he plays on a team that runs the ball 87% of the time.
College and pro.
When does his pass blocking even get called into fucking games?
In the fourth quarter when they're losing, trying to come back.
And they still run the fucking ball, bro. That's the
So
problem.
what does that tell you? What does that tell you?
That's the problem with Baltimore. They don't have a passing game.
Yeah, so you do what you know how to do and what you do best because you can't do the other thing.
But you put that on a player because the coach decides to run a game a certain way.
Well, the coach calls the best play for what he has available to him.
That's
you build your offense around your team.
That's one of the main reasons why I don't want Harbaugh, because he doesn't throw the fucking ball.
Oh no, give me Kubiak before Harbaugh. I'm with you on that. Give me Kubiak.
That's the main reason why I don't even want Harbaugh here, is because he doesn't throw the fucking ball.
Well, he's about to go to the Giants.
I know that. I called that. I knew that.
I hope he goes to the Giants. Hey, I'll tell you one thing. They're not gonna be that good.
But that has nothing to do with the players, man. That has everything to do with the way he runs his team and how he schemes. That's got nothing to do with the players. He can have the best wide receivers and everything in the world. He's still gonna run the ball more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has a running back that can run, and he has a fucking quarterback that can run. And sometimes, truly, running the ball advances it better than passing it sometimes.
For them, yeah. Because they don't have receivers.
Let's move on, man. We getting stuck. I ain't even got past 12, man. I've been stuck on 12 for 45 minutes. I want to move on. The Chargers defensive end, Odafe Oweh. As I said, I'm passing on him simply because I know they're gonna let Khalil Mack go before they let him go. He's a young guy. They ain't had him too long, you know what I mean? And he's had success with the Chargers, so I feel like they keep him. It would be foolish of them not to. Moving on to number 13, cornerback Tariq Woolen. Tariq Woolen is number 10 on my list. I like this kid. You know what I mean? I think he can come in here and he can make this defensive back room just a little bit better. You know, not leaps and bounds better, but make them better. And when you pair him with a couple of other guys I got on this list, you'll understand exactly where I'm coming from. Especially if we keep Stokes, you pair him with a Stokes and this other guy I got on the list, you know what I mean? Then, yeah, you got something going right there, you know. But I have Tariq Woolen, you know what I mean, as my number 10 target. You know what I mean? I have Tariq as my number 10 target. What y'all feel about him?
I think he's a good corner. I think it just depends on who we have at on our as our defensive coach in regards to, you know, if it's going to be a good fit. But we definitely need to address our cornerback room, because right now Porter's nice, he's young, but you know, what do we have? And especially in the corner room, they're going to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna miss a game or two. So who do you have behind that? You know what I'm saying? Every year, one of our corners goes down. If not, two corners go down. You know what I'm saying? And we need to stack that room. So bringing in let's just say Tyreek, and let's say Tyreek, Stokes, and Porter that looks a little better in our corner room. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Week would be nice, but it all depends on what who our defensive coordinator is.
Yeah, I mean, if Patrick Graham's gonna be defensive coordinator, don't bring in no young guys.
Oh, Patrick Graham's out. He's leaving. I'm telling you that right now. Cheers to the nation. But yeah, I don't think Patrick Graham comes back next year.
I hope you're right, because he's turned down two job offers and opportunities to interview with people.
Yeah, but he didn't turn down Miami.
I mean, it is Miami.
He didn't turn down Miami, and that was for HC. See, that's the thing. He's turning down interviews for defensive coordinator. He's only taking interviews for head coach right now.
Mm-hmm. This is money.
If head coaching don't work out, then he'll take the DC coordinating interviews. It's not that he's rejecting them. He's just saying, hey, guys, I politely would like to check out my head coaching offers first before I decide to commit as a DC for somebody. You know, so and that's fair. That's the right and polite thing to do, right?
He can only be the Rooney.
He's not gonna leave. He ain't gonna leave if he gets a D coordinator job. If it's just D coordinator, he gonna stay here. Why would you?
That's if the coach here wants him.
That's if they have the ability to let him go.
That's if the coach here still wants him.
Hey man, he's been through how many regimes?
That's just it.
So that means I'm leaning more on him staying than
I'm not worried about coaching, bro, right now. Let's just talk about the players.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I can't bring in a young player if I know this guy's gonna be here. He's not gonna play him young. He only can coach older guys. That's the problem. Like you're asking me to do something without knowing.
Tariq Woolen is not young. He's 26.
He's 26.
He's a vet.
He's a vet. He's been in the Pro Bowl in 2022. He's been in the NFL since 2022. He's not a young guy.
So he's only been in what, three seasons?
He's been in 4 seasons.
He's not a rookie.
He's just out of his rookie contract. I mean, I can see that. Yeah, I don't know.
He's 6'4", 210 pounds.
I'll be honest, I don't know enough about him.
Exactly. Just say that.
I didn't say that. But I could also say what I know, what I have.
I understand that.
We're basing things like I'm basing things off the NFL now. I don't care what his age is. He could be 27. You could still be stupid as hell. It doesn't mean you know anything. It doesn't mean you know anything just because you're 27 or 26.
He's smart. You know what I mean? He's smart. You know what I mean?
Like most of these players are talented. They're not coached up. They're not IQ guys. I
will tell you this. 2022 under Pete Carroll in the cover 3 defense, he co-led the NFL with 6 interceptions. Since being in Mike McDonald's scheme, it's a little bit more complex. You know what I mean? And he just hasn't matched the promise of his rookie season. But he could break out once again in a different scheme given his traits. So if you take him out of where he's at, and let's just say Patrick Graham still is here, right? And you plug him into Patrick Graham's scheme, it's going to fucking work.
What's his name?
Huh?
What's his name?
Tariq Woolen.
Tariq Woolen. Let me see what this.
Google him. All right. Next on the list is another cornerback, Alontae Taylor. I have Alontae outside my top 10 simply because I need to see a little bit more film on him. You know what I mean? I really need to sit down and look at a little bit more film on him. So once I do that, I can move him up or down. But right now, he's teetering right there at the 10-11 spot with Tariq Woolen. You know what I mean? I feel like they could be 1 and 2. So that's where I'm at with that. What you know about Alontae Taylor?
I know he got smoked a lot in New Orleans.
And that's why I say I gotta watch some more film, because I've seen a lot of that. But I seen him make a lot of good plays too. You know what I mean? This is another 6-foot corner, you know what I mean, with really long strides and a lot of speed. You know, and again, he could be out of scheme. So
I say he did. I mean, it's hard to judge because Mike Evans does it to almost everybody, but Mike Evans torched him. McMillan kind of took it to him. Like, he didn't do too well in this conference. So, and outside of that, there just wasn't a lot of New Orleans games I was just watching.
yeah. My next one on the list is Jaguars linebacker Devin Lloyd. He's at number 15 on the CBS NFL list. I'll be honest, he's not on my top 10 list. I honestly don't think Jacksonville is going to let him go. I think Jacksonville is going to do any and everything that they can. He's been the highlight of their defense this year. You know what I mean? Especially towards the back end of the season, he's been their highlight. So I really don't want to target somebody that 9 times out of 10 is probably not leaving where they are already at.
If they let him go, I'm definitely making a phone call.
If they let him go, yeah, I'm calling it. But I don't think Jacksonville lets him go.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think Jacksonville lets Devin Lloyd go.
Not a fan. He'd be a hard pass for me.
Okay.
We do pretty well with linebackers. Outside of them being able to coverage people, and he can't coverage better than the people we got. So, I mean, I'm not – for his price tag, fuck no. I can get value somewhere else.
Gotcha. So next on the list is Kansas City cornerback Jalen Watson. Jalen Watson is number 5 on my list. He's my number 5 target that I'm looking at. The kid is just entering his prime, and I know Kansas City don't have the money. He wasn't really the problem on their defense this year. And I think if you match him with the right defensive coordinator, right players, you put him on one side, you put Tariq Woolen on the other, you know what I mean? I think you can have a phenomenal defensive backfield. I think you have a really good defensive backfield, at least anywhere between 10 and 13. You know what I mean? Top 10, top 13 defensive backfield. And it'll really limit the passing of teams, especially deep. You know what I mean? So I know he's a Kansas City Chief, but the kid is good, bro. The kid is good. What say you?
I really haven't dived too much on him, even though he's in our conference. But, you know, he's also, like I said, we need corners. So he could definitely be an option.
He's 6'2", 197.
He plays too similar to a guy we got similar size. If it was Trent McDuffie, yeah. Jalen he's just okay. He might cover better than the guys we got here. I mean, he would be someone I keep an eye on, but he's not too high on my list because I have guys right now that play very similar to him that are on my roster right now.
Okay.
That I wouldn't have to pay.
Gotcha. So Jalen Watson's growth the last 3 years has been outstanding. After allowing 5 touchdowns in coverage in 2023, he hasn't allowed any since 2024 while snagging a couple of interceptions. At 6'2", 197 pounds, Watson could continue to develop rather nicely through the rest of his prime as an outside corner. He'll have suitors on the open market. So, not allowing any touchdowns in coverage in the last 2 years sounds pretty damn good to me. Don't sound like no corner I got. Don't sound like no corner I got on my fucking roster.
But he was still splitting time. For you to be a starter and then have to split time, meaning you lost your position at one point. Granted, he's probably better than most of the corners that we have.
I thought we was trying to get better. I didn't know we was trying to stay in the same fucking predicament. I thought we was trying to get better.
Yeah, I don't see him making us better.
Why? If he's better than what we have, how does he not make us better? I don't understand the logic in that one.
If he's better because he plays for a coach that demands it. We don't have coaches that demand.
Let's just get to the root of it, bro. You do not like Patrick Graham.
No, it's not even Patrick Graham in the corner room. I don't like Patrick Graham, yeah, but this has nothing to do like with this kid. I see like we have guys that play like him, but we also
got nobody that play like him, bro. See, that's the thing, bro. You played this game. Bro, just like me. I had some coaches that I didn't like and I didn't trust, but that didn't fucking hinder my game. It didn't hinder how I played. Yeah, you may want me to play a certain way, but I'm going to play the way I want to play. Why? Because it fucking works and yours doesn't. Your style of play makes me look bad. I'm not going to do it. I'm not. Never have, never will. I'll never compromise myself for somebody else. For what? Your success relies on what I do on this field.
And I think a lot of coaches we have benefited from the success of our players' talent more than the players benefited from their IQ and X's and O's in scheme. I think a lot of players
that we have aren't dogs and don't even understand the concept that I just laid out.
I want to agree with you, but I can't because it's like I'm not going to be a dog for someone who can't bring it out of me.
Bro, I'm gonna be a dog because it's about my fucking legacy, bro. I don't give a fuck. When I go to the Hall of Fame, my coach isn't fucking mentioned.
Someone said it. Is Max a dog?
Yes.
He don't play like it sometimes, right?
I can't say that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
No, I can't. You can't tell me what I can say and can't say.
Because you can see it.
I can't say that.
You just don't want to admit to it.
I can't say that.
You don't want to say that.
I can't say that.
I'm saying Jalen Watson plays, for me, I think Eric Stokes plays similar to him. And I think Richardson or even Porter can play up with the necessary coaching, and they're younger than him. And they're just as big, just as tall.
We gotta move on because I'm 134 in. You know, I'm already past my time. We gotta move on to some other guys, man. So I can round out. I got 3 more spots available on my top 10, and then we'll get through it. When we get to 25, we're gonna take a 2-minute break for spotlight of the channel, featured channel of the night. Next on the list is Mike Evans.
Yes. I've been waiting for you to say his damn name. Him. Yes.
Mike Evans is number 9 on my list.
If he doesn't ask for too big of a price tag.
Exactly. That's my thing.
Don't
Right?
ask for too big.
I would move him up if I knew for a fact he wasn't gonna ask for a smooth piece of chunk of change. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I would move him up in a heartbeat to like 6 if I could guarantee he wasn't gonna ask for a smooth piece of change. But I know he is, and for that reason, I have him right underneath George Pickens. I got him right. If I can't get Pickens, I'll take Evans.
hey, take him off your list, man. Why are you trying to bring a headache, man?
Because
He's worse.
I like what he
worse
does on
than
the field.
AD.
I don't give a shit about the locker room. I don't care about the locker room. I care about what you do on the field. That's all I care about. I've made this 100% clear to everybody. I don't give a fuck what type of person you are outside the lines. I don't care. What do you do when you get in between the lines on the green? That's all I care about. I don't care about nothing else. If you want to be a fuck up and fuck up your life, that's on you. Do that.
And that's
But
gonna be
all I
you
care
in
about
Vegas.
is what a player does in between the lines, bro. I don't give a shit. You could suck dick. You could let people run trains on your wife. You can do whatever it is you want to do. You can I don't care. You can pierce your balls. I don't give a shit. All I care about is what you do inside the lines, man. That's all I care about. I don't care about nothing else because your life, your outside the line life doesn't fucking matter to me. You're an entertainer that steps on the field Sunday, Monday, or fucking Thursday. That is it. That is it. I can't even call you an athlete. You're an entertainer because you're in the entertainment business. I don't give a shit what you do on your fucking off time. I care less. All I care about is your production in between the fucking white lines. Care if you're a good human being or not. I don't. You're not a fucking role model.
Can you hear me?
I hear you now.
Okay. I had to do that.
Moving on. Mike Evans. Definitely on the list. Somebody I want. Twan, you want him?
Absolutely. I will put him over Pickens.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Evans is him.
Gotcha.
And again,
JT,
he fits that number one wide receiver situation.
What you got to say about Mike Evans real quick, JT, so we can move on to
Yeah, I would bring him in because we finally have a leader. We have a real dog on the offensive end who actually will speak up and say what needs to be said and hold people accountable, and people will respect him because he's earned the respect. And he's a true Hall of Famer in your locker room. So, yeah, absolutely. And,
my guy Bernard Jr. said, I remember saying that when we had AB. Yeah, I said it when we had. I don't give a shit what you do in your personal life. I care about what you do in between the lines. Now, this is my number 2 guy on my list right here. This is my number 2 guy, Indianapolis Colts right tackle, Braden Smith. This is my number 2 target for me. You know what I mean? I don't, not too much, you know, in conjunction with everybody, you know what I mean? Because everybody got their separate opinion. But in my opinion, just my opinion, I feel like Braden Smith needs to be the number 2 guy that they bring in and sign. You get a Tyler Bond and a Braden Smith, your offensive line is instantly that much better, bro. They are that much better. Huh?
How much you looking to spend?
On a Braden?
Because he's going to be a bidding war for him. Because he's going to be a lot. That's going to be a lot. Yeah.
I think I cap out at 26.
Mm-hmm. 26 for a right tackle.
But I don't think it'll get that high.
He's already at, I think, 18.
Yeah.
So
I think the highest it'll get will probably be 24.3. But I tap out at 26. That's how much I want a right tackle. That's how much I want to fucking replace motherfucking DJ Glaze. That I will pay $26 million for a fucking right tackle. But if I get a left-handed quarterback,
then his price tag goes up even higher.
but if I've already signed him in free agency and then I get me a left-handed quarterback after I've already signed him, this contract is sealed.
Who is a left-handed quarterback?
Hey, Bernard, I bullshit you not, bro. He might be one of the best right tackles in the NFL, man. I guarantee you he's in the top 4, top 5 best right tackles in the NFL, bro. Like Tyler Linderbaum is in the top 5 centers in the NFL. Just want to throw that jab in there real quick. Like, we moving on?
Need a right tackle. That's it.
Got you. Seattle's running back Kenneth Walker III. I pass. I'm okay. I'm just not paying number 1 running backs to sit behind motherfucking Ashton Genty. I'm not paying you top tier money to sit behind Ashton Genty.
What about the kid from Atlanta? Algieri.
I don't know, bro. It depends on what he asked for. We ain't there yet. Atlanta Falcons tight end Kyle Pitts. I passed. I got 2 good tight ends under contract right now. This guy right here, Malik Willis. Malik Willis is number 6 on my list.
No.
Yes, Malik Willis is number 6 on my list. I would rather have Malik Willis than Geno.
As a starter?
Yes, I would rather fucking have Malik Willis as a starter than fucking Geno. Did you see what Malik did for Green Bay this year? Did you watch him play?
Yeah, I did.
The kid has learned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The kid has learned a lot. And I feel like somebody in NFL is going to give him a starting chance.
It won't be us. And I don't see it. I don't even see him better than he's not better than Jacoby Brissett.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He's just younger. He's not better.
He has a higher ceiling.
I think the dude from Baltimore, the backup from Baltimore is better than him.
Hey, look, I want to put the money towards. Look, that's why all my offensive linemen are above him. That's why all my O-line is above him. But if you put that boy behind a solid offensive line, especially if you're bringing in a Rasheed Walker, somebody that he's played with, you solidify that front line up front, man. You got a Tyler Linderbaum, Braden Smith, and Rasheed Walker. You know what I mean? And a motherfucking CJ JPJ. Come on, man.
Is he better than Tyrod Taylor?
Yes.
Marcus Mariota?
Yes. And I'm not retreading Marcus Mariota anyway, so
I wasn't either. I'm just saying people who I think will be higher on the list than him. Well, you know, I mean, it's a good year for him to be a free agent in this quarterback class.
Yeah. And that's why I said, like, if the Raiders choose not to get Mendoza, I will. You know what I mean? If they so choose to pull a quarterback in free agency and get rid of Geno, I'm fine with that, bro. If it's for Malik Willis, I'm good with that, bro. I'm telling you, I watched Malik this year. I watched what he was able to do for Green Bay. A lot of people don't realize Jordan Love missed a good part of the season, and the quarterback that was playing was Malik.
Yeah.
And they still made the playoffs.
Yeah, but he fell right into that system. It's like,
That's fine. But like I said, Kubiak is going to design it. He's going to design all his shit around whoever's playing quarterback. That's what he's done.
He's done it with what? Just Sam Darnold?
And Derek Carr. And Sam Bradford.
Sam Bradford?
The year in Minnesota was with Kubiak.
This is the son Kubiak, not the dad.
The son. It's not the dad. It's the son. This Clint. This Clint Kubiak.
Yeah. I mean, he's done miraculous thing with Sam Darnold, but Sam has showed me he was a lot better than what was advertised.
Let's take this 2-minute break real quick, man. I gotta get my featured channel in. You know what I mean? I gotta get my featured channel in real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's featured channel is called The Real Nancy Hernandez. If you like the content that she makes, please go like, comment, subscribe, keep it clean. You ain't gotta say I sent you. Just check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, featured channel of the night, The Real Nancy Hernandez on YouTube.
Black and grayed out.
I hate doing this. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the featured channel of the night. That was at Real Nancy Hernandez, featured channel of the night. So if you like the content that she makes, basically what she does, she tries on outfits. You get to see what the outfits look like. Maybe you're looking for something for your significant other, your wife, your girlfriend, side piece. I don't know. Maybe it's a birthday, an anniversary. Maybe you just freaky like that and you want to pick up something nice. You know what I mean? Put a little spice in your relationship. She's got a ton of videos over there where she tries on multiple outfits. Like, comment, subscribe. It'll pop up in your shorts. You never know. She may just have on something that you really like. So, back to the free agency, man. Let's get back into the free agency, man. Let's bring this back on stage right here. put that right back up here. So we got to the Malik Willis. D tackle John Franklin Myers. He's in my top 20. He's definitely in my top 20 guys. I don't know what the Broncos financial cap looks like, but I will tell you this. If they get anywhere near the Super Bowl, if they got money, I don't really see them letting too many players go. If they got the money to keep them, I don't see them letting too many players go. And they got a hell of a defensive front, man. They have for a couple of years. And he's been one of them. He's been one of them ones. You know what I mean? He's definitely been one of them ones. So, is he on anybody's list to bring in? Any of y'all? Either one of y'all want to bring him in, have a conversation with him, talk to him inside your top 10?
I mean, outside of his sacks, I'm not too impressed.
Okay.
Like everything else is down. Like I mean, he has 8 sacks this year, so he's definitely benefiting overall from just like that defense is legit.
Yeah.
But when I look at his tackles, he has 26 tackles this year. You know what I'm saying? And 13 were assisted. That's not getting it done on the interior line.
And honestly, if you look at Denver and how they play, bro, they rotate that line a lot. That's a rotational defensive front. You know.
Mm-hmm. But he's taking significant steps. Though. He's at over 500 snaps. He started.
I'm not saying that you're wrong in your assessment. I'm just saying, just also keep in mind that this is a rotational defensive front line that Denver runs with.
If we keep Max, I would take him because of him being able to get one-on-ones and he can win one-on-one to get sacks. Then if we don't keep Max, then no, I wouldn't take him.
Gotcha.
But if we keep Max, they're gonna make each other better. Because he's gonna be able to take a double team, which gives Max a one-on-one, or if Max gets a double team, he gets a one-on-one and he shows he can get to the quarterback. And we're predominantly probably gonna be behind a lot of the time. Hopefully we're not behind so he can actually utilize his pass rush. But yeah. I just need more production out of tackling.
For sure. Moving on. Number 23. Jacksonville's running back, Travis Etienne. Travis is on my list, but he's outside the top 10. But he is a guy that I would bring in. I would pair him with Ashton Jeanty. This is a running back I would pair with Ashton Jeanty. They're slightly similar, so I don't really have to change my play calling to suit him. They can run the same plays. He can catch out the backfield as well. He's got speed. My biggest concern with him has always been his health for the last 2 years. You know what I mean? Being able to stay healthy has been my concern. Kind of a down year because, like I said, it wasn't really healthy. You know what I mean? It kind of took him a minute to bounce back. But I feel like in certain situations, once he had the ball rolling, he was moving. You know, so I still think the kid has a lot of good tread left on the tire, and I wouldn't mind bringing him in and playing him behind Ashton Jeanty because he's not going to command running back number 1 money. He's not. At this point in time in his career, age 26, you know.
He's still young. He's only 4 years, still young. And honestly, it's his best year. On paper, it's his best year.
I don't think it is.
Well, what's a better year?
Maybe on paper, but to the eye, no, I don't think so.
I even think to the eye. He played the 60% of the snaps. He had 1,100 rushing yards, 7 rushing touchdowns, 6 passing touchdowns. 36. I think to
Yeah, I
me,
know.
probably,
1,100 yards. I know all of that.
but I think we got a better running back, and I wouldn't want him. I mean, if we could get him, he's just too much money for what he's going to come in because he is a number one.
If I can get him on the low, you know what I mean? Like I said, if I can get him at running back number 2 money, I'm kicking the tires on it. That was my statement. If I can get him at running back 2 money, as long as he's not commanding running back 1 money, I'll kick the tires on him, bro.
He's already
I
commanding.
feel like he's better than the rest of the running backs we have.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely better than Zamir. He's better than Mustard. He's better than Labe. And I feel like if you're going to try and have a 1-2 punch at running back, this is your 1-2. This is your 1 and 2. But that's just my opinion, man. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. I could be wrong.
That's why I was saying Algieri because he's around the same age and he's a lot less, and he's played the backup role and been really good at the backup role. When
What's your thoughts, Twan?
I think ATN would be a perfect number 2. It would help the situation, right? You're talking about the injury concerns. He's not going to get that many snaps, so he's not going to get that much being on his body in regards to, the load that he's getting being a number 1. So if it is that he can be a number 2 and he actually, is okay with being a number 2 running back, I would love that situation. Think about Ashton Jinsey and his power as a running back, and then have ETN with his speed. You have versatility there. It depends on who our offensive coordinator is. You might have a situation where you have both of those guys on the field at the same time, and you can use those guys both in the passing, aspect of things. So you're not tipping your hand if one of these guys are out there, because they can run the ball. You can hand the ball out to them, but they can also catch it and take it to the house. So, yeah, definitely, this would be someone I would be interested in looking at.
For sure. Let's move on to the next one. Another guy that's on my list, not in my top 10, but definitely on my list of guys that I'm bringing in to have a conversation with, Seattle Seahawks safety Coby Bryant. 26 years old, not necessarily saying that, I got to pay him a whole lot of money, but I am still going to kick the tire. I'm still going to at least have a conversation with him. You know what I mean? May not be guaranteed to sign him, but I'm still at least going to have a conversation with him, man. Black and Grayed Out, my guy, man. Blessings to you, bro. Hey, when you get a chance, rewind the show. I'm using beats, man. I'm using your beats in my featured channels of the night. You know what I mean? So, I am back. There will be a new. If you guys didn't know, all the beats that you hear on my videos, backgrounds, whatever, they're all produced by Black and Grayed Out. Every single one of them. They're not produced by anybody else. Every single one of my beats that you hear on my show that I use are by Black and Grayed Out. But you know how late night they be having they got their band, they got their head of the band. The head of my band is Black and Grayed Out. You know what I mean? That's my band director right there. That's my musician. All the beats you hear, they come from him. How y'all feel about Coby Bryant? I like the kid. You know what I mean? I think he could really provide a good upside to our defensive backfield. Like, I really want to upgrade my offensive line, and I really want to upgrade the defensive backfield.
I think he's a young, good, DB. I think the only thing that I'd be kind of worried about is who our DC is. The Coby Bryant might actually be a scheme dependent safety, and that might be where you might need to. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on who our defensive coordinator is. He might be a good fit for that, and definitely we do need a safety because Palomar is not that. I'm going to repeat that. Palomar is not that. He is not a starting safety.
So what I like about Kobe is Kobe started off as a slot corner. He got moved to safety, right? And he's one of, in the breakdown, you can see it. I don't know if y'all can read it, but in the breakdown, it even says it right here. He is one of 5 players with 7 or more interceptions and 10 or more passes defended. So he had 7 interceptions and 13 passes defended in the last 2 seasons, along with Kirby Joseph, Xavier McKinney, Kalen Bullock, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Kevin Bard, Cameron Bynum, and Jesse Bates III. So I feel like he's in good company. I've watched the kid. I really like how he plays at safety. He does have the ability to play slot corner if you need that as well. So you're getting versatility, and you're getting a player that is actually thriving, can actually catch the ball, can actually get his hands on the ball. You know what I mean? So for me, at $15 million, I'm fine with that.
No, because he's an upgrade at that.
Yeah.
He's better than most. So I wouldn't argue. Honestly, he would be higher on my list. He would be a lot higher on my list.
I might have to revamp my list. Honestly, I might have to revamp my list a little bit. But he's definitely, on my list of guys that I want to bring in.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't even think you have to pay him that much because he ain't even really balled out like that. Overall, looking at just breaking down him, I mean, because he hasn't really, outside of the interceptions,
and that's the other thing. Seattle don't have too much money either. You know what I mean? So they're going to have to let one of these 2 guys go, either him or Woolen, or they may have to let them both go. Bring them to the Raiders where they already have a sense of camaraderie with each other. You know what I mean? That I'm telling you, that instantly upgrades our defensive backfield.
I mean, it makes the safety room. It makes safeties better.
It makes the defensive backs better on the field. It does.
I think we need at least 2 pieces. Not one won't get it done. He can't cover the whole field, and he's not.
I just say he can cover the whole field.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
I feel like there's a couple of DBs in this draft. I know for a fact that there's a safety in this draft that can come in and be a day 1 starter and make an instant impact. I'm gonna leave that for another show, though.
But that could be anybody right now because, like, let's be honest. We got Jeremy Chin, and then who else do we got at safety? Because I'm not trusting Powell.
I like Jeremy Chin. I think in the right scheme, he works out.
So if we sign,
I like Powell too, but I really feel like if Powell would just put on an extra 25 pounds, he'd be a fucking perfect outside linebacker, nickel back, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd rather play Palomalo at linebacker. I'd rather him put on 25 pounds and play linebacker. I'm just being honest about that. But that's my opinion.
Because he's only 210. He needs to put on at least 30 to 40 pounds.
No. He can play at 235. He can play linebacker at 235, bro.
He's like
Miz is playing linebacker at 235, 226. You know what I mean? 240.
He's smaller than the running backs.
I'm just saying, bro, if he put on another 25, 30 pounds, he could play linebacker.
It's gonna be that's a lot
more. If he's already at 210 and he adds another 30, that puts him at 240, right?
I mean, I feel he's
He's
like at
physical.
210.
He can
They
tackle.
list him at 205. They list him at 205. I feel he's like around 210. So to be comfortable, he's gonna have to put on at least 28 to 29 pounds, which then makes him a different player. And honestly, he's not as durable with his play style. He could play. He could play like that at safety. He can't play like that free and open, and just downhill at linebacker.
What was that? What was that season he came in and they said he had put on like 25 pounds? They said he had straight put on 25 pounds. Remember, he's Samoan, so he could put it on.
Yeah,
Put the weight on.
but that's what he came.
That's not no shot. That's not no disrespect. I'm just saying he's Samoan. I mean, I believe Samoan. He could be any of the
Pacific Islands. He's Samoan.
you know what I mean? He's from the islands. I'll just say he's from the islands. I don't want to be disrespectful. You know what I mean?
He's Samoan. He's Samoan.
Maybe he is, maybe he's not. You know what I mean? I don't know. He could be tonguing. You know what I mean? He could be tonguing.
No, I know he's Samoan. He's related. I know his people. He's Samoan. He's related. He's related to Palomalo. They're Samoan.
I know.
Yeah, because he's from the area.
I had his little brother play for me in high school. So I know.
He'll no, he's not a Poly boy. I was gonna say he's from Poly. I'm tripping. He could put on the weight. I just don't know what
for me. He played at Diamond Bar. He played quarterback for me at Diamond Bar, and he played linebacker for me too. At Diamond Bar High School, but yeah. It might have been his little cousin. I don't know. But regardless, let's move on to the next one on the list is Buffalo Bills guard David Edwards. And David Edwards is also my number 3 guy that I want to bring in. I know I got Rasheed Walker, but I want to bring this guy in too. You know what I mean? I want to bring in David Edwards. I want to get a feel for David Edwards. I want to see where his head is at. I like what he's done in Buffalo.
Yeah, he's resigning in Buffalo. He's not going to leave. He's going to resign there. They're going to bring him back.
They probably will, but I'm just saying, even if they get into discussions, because he's unrestricted, he still have conversations with other people, right? Call him. He's a free agent. Call him. What does it hurt to call him? At least see where he stands. Now, he may want to go back to Buffalo because Buffalo has been successful. People don't really want to leave success, but sometimes when you ain't valued, and I think Buffalo might be another team that's struggling financially, you gotta understand these teams that are successful, they don't have a lot of money left. So it's a lot of pieces they can't retain, and that's why they end up reverting back to not being good football teams for a couple of years. Just being relevant, but not as good as they were. It's one of the things the Chiefs is getting ready to suffer through. And been suffering through. In fact, that was one of their downfalls this year. So I'm just saying, for me, he's tied at number 3 with Rasheed Walker for guys to come in and have a conversation with. These are my top 10 guys I feel like the Raiders need to call and say, hey, can we pique your interest? What's wrong with that? We're talking about a guy who's put nothing but good work on film.
No, they got the cap space.
Buffalo has a cap space?
Yeah, they got the cap space.
How much they got? Because his potential salary could get close to $20 million a year.
Nah, he ain't gonna get that. Actually, if I'm reading this right, if they let go of certain people, they should have around like 10 to 15 in cap space available for that, because they're gonna be letting go of some people, and
They're gonna have
that,
10.
and well, they're gonna free up like 18 with 2 contracts. They're gonna fall off with the Joey Bosa contract and the Matt Milano contract. So that's gonna fall off, and that's gonna give them some more space. If it was this year, then they wouldn't probably have it. But next year, they're gonna have it at the end of the year.
Well, we'll see. Right now, they don't have it. They got to create it. And right now, they don't have it.
They got like 4 or 5 contracts that are gonna fall off. So it just depends on who they're gonna give it to, because they got what, multiple linemen that are free.
Unfortunately, Bernard, that's the guy's honest truth, man. You're gonna have to overpay for these offensive linemen. Look, the last time we overpaid for offensive linemen, we were decent. We were we were a good football team. Last time we overpaid for offensive linemen, we were a good football team. Barely missing the playoffs one year, made it another year, but QB went down.
Wasn't our quarterback in MVP talks?
Yeah. So I feel like I'd rather pay $60 to $70 million a year from an offensive line and be top 13 than pay motherfucking $18 million total across my offensive line and be the worst offensive line in the NFL. I feel you, man. I'm all about spending my money on the offensive line, bro. I just can't, man. You'll always get the same argument from me, bro. If you don't have no protection up front, you will never put dubs in the fucking win column. It just won't happen.
No, I'm just looking at we only got 3 contracts that are 2 figures in $1 million. Max Crosby, Geno Smith, and Colton Miller. Nobody else is making
double digits. No.
Oh, I don't fucking suck.
Yes, I told you that. I just said that, bro. Look at what our offensive line is paid. It's $18 million total across the offensive line, bro. 18. There's offensive linemen making that by themselves.
Kappa makes 6. Powers makes. Rookie deal. No wonder
JBJ's on a rookie deal, so you already know that's cheap labor. Glaze is on a rookie deal, that's cheap labor. The only people that are, what I'm saying, Parham, I think he's still on a rookie deal.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So the only people that they were paying was Colton and Kappa.
Yeah, Kappa's making 6. He's in what, $6 million cap hit?
To sit on the fucking bench and be trash.
He never should have.
Does Tyree Wilson have a $3 million signing, a roster bonus?
Loon, you ain't never lied, bro. Especially if you got a rookie QB, bro. You gotta spend that money on protection up front if you're getting a rookie QB. If your plan is to get a rookie QB, you gotta spend that money, bro. You got to.
You could get away with it if you had a veteran, you know what I'm saying? Because a veteran would know how to get out of stuff, but when you got a rookie in there that he's going to get lit up, you know what I'm saying, where it's open season every game because they're dialing up special blitzes that he's never seen before and, you know what I'm saying, disguising stuff that he's never seen before. Yeah, you need an offensive line.
How the fuck did they get away with this?
Hey, look. So, next on the list, man, we're going to run through this real quick, man, because we already in 2 hours in. Rashid Shaheed, wide receiver, Seahawks, on my list, but at number like 15. You know what I mean? I like the kid, but boy, oh boy, I know he gonna ask for some money, man. Rashid gonna ask for some money, man. He not a wide receiver to be slept on. He that dude, man. You give him a quarterback, somebody who can get the ball down the field and in the proper offense, he that boy, man. You know what I mean? So I gotta he on my list, but he like 15, man. He not like at the top. I can't do it, man, because I know he gonna want that money.
He better stay his ass in Seattle. That's what I do know.
Bet, but Seattle gotta come up with the paper to keep him.
Nah,
they got him on a trade. They got him on a trade from the Saints. So and the Saints paid off the rest of that contract.
I like him, but I like Trey Tucker.
Yeah. I like Trey.
He ain't gonna. He got what? He played 18 games, only got 2 touchdowns with 2 fumbles. Shit, he ain't getting paid, man. Stop. Okay. You paying him off of what he did with New Orleans, like that 1 year in New Orleans where he was just catching all that deep shit.
I'm paying him off his special teams. What he does on special teams.
Shit, ain't nobody getting paid for special teams.
He is a special team specialist, bro. He's a special team specialist. He knows how to return the ball. He's gonna get you an average of 20. I can guarantee you he's gonna get you anywhere from 25 to about 42 yards on a return.
Yeah,
he's not getting you nothing less than 25 yards on a return.
Yeah, then I think he's gonna stay where he's valued at.
He might, like I said, Seattle's got to come up with the bread.
Well, Seattle don't got bread either. So nobody got bread or something?
No, a lot of these teams are in cap frustration right now.
No, Seattle got $70 million in cap space.
They got players that they got to sign. He may be one of them.
We just named a whole bunch of people from Seattle that are on this list. We just talking about two DBs. You know what I'm saying? And Shaheed. So that
running back. They gotta sign a running back, bro.
No, they gonna let Walker go. That position's already locked up by Charbonnet.
They got a corner. They got a safety on this list. They got a corner on this list. A running back on this list. A wide receiver on this list. Bro, Seattle's all over this list in free agency.
I think but a lot of those players are kind of locked into that scheme. I'm not throwing nothing at them because you're gonna have to pay them to take them away from their situation, and I'm not paying those players that they don't. None of them really command that.
How you gonna pay them to take them away when they have a whole $70 million is not going to keep all these guys?
No, I'm saying. Well,
hey, look who's on the list again right here. Seattle defensive end.
I mean,
anyways, moving on, man. Next guy on the list is Buffalo Bills center Connor McGovern, and I passed on him because I want Tyler Linderbaum. I'm all in on Tyler Linderbaum. If I can't get him, this would be a nice backup to that. You know what I mean? It would definitely be a nice backup to that. But I want them to throw all they got at fucking Tyler Linderbaum.
I'd take Connor 100% over Linderbaum. Connor is a better leader. Connor.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that, Loon. That's a good point, too. If Kubiak comes to coach, Rashid might show up over here.
Yeah, because he's up there now, but I'm not paying him that much. As a special team specialist, nah. You better at $10 million, I'd do that because he's not going to see the field at receiver really.
Well, we passed that now, man. Connor McGovern.
I would say Connor, yeah, he would be high on my list. I mean, we're gonna have to pay him though. I think he's one of the top centers in the game right now. He commands that, but he's gonna be a nice hefty penny.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's the rock of that of the Buffalo's offense, really. You know, he's the core piece of that O line. And
I really don't think Buffalo's gonna let him go, bro. They're gonna keep him with motherfucking Josh Allen, bro.
I was about to say he's almost just as important as Josh Allen to that team.
He played another sackless season, bro. Another sackless, not his first. Another.
But if it is what y'all say it is, and they ain't got the money, we got the money.
Yeah.
You know, if it's about the money.
But that may be one of the players that they throw all their money at. They gonna look. The one thing the Buffalo gonna do is they gonna keep that continuity between Josh Allen and the center, bro. If Josh Allen got to go in to restructure in order for Connor McGovern to stay there, he will.
Now you want to be logical? Nah. Well, yeah. I mean, I can't argue it. Like, I want to argue it, but it's like, if you let him go, you pretty much breaking up that team. But I'm saying, okay, if Buffalo loses, say they lose next week, they gotta start thinking like, what's wrong with the team? Because that just tells me Josh Allen can't get it done.
I already told y'all, Buffalo's not going to win a Super Bowl. They're not going to win a Super Bowl with Josh Allen, bro.
So then
people may want to believe it. They're just going to be a good football team, bro. They're not, bro. They might not even go to the Super Bowl.
So then they're going to have to make a tough decision. You don't think that would be one of them?
I think sometimes you got to just roll with the fact that you are a good football team, but you're not a great football team. And it's going to be a while before you can get rid of a piece to maybe hope and wish on another piece. You know what I mean? When you might as well just keep that combination intact until they both retire, because you can afford to do that right now. Your center is not your problem, especially if your center is giving up sackless seasons. He's definitely not the problem. So that's not the piece they're going to want to get rid of. You're not going to get rid of the piece that's working.
Yeah.
So for that reason, and that, you know what I mean, there's no reason really to go talk to Connor McGovern, bro. I don't think Buffalo's going to let him test the open market, bro.
All I know is the Raiders need to get Greg on the phone. His agent is Greg from WME. Yeah, get him on the phone. He would be my number one. To be honest with you, he'd be my number one.
I'm not calling him because it ain't no point. I already know Buffalo's not going to let him go. You know what I mean?
He's not.
There's just no point of making that phone call, bro.
Is he unrestricted?
He's not unrestricted, but there's just no point in making that phone call, bro.
Absolutely. They ain't got them, technically, like you said.
The crazy thing is the season's not even over. They could lose and offer him a contract the next day. Season's not over. They can extend him the next day if they want to. These next two guys are not on my list at all. I'm not overly concerned with either one of these guys. So, and that's Bo Maffei from Seattle, defensive end, and running back Javonte Williams from the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not interested in either one of those two guys.
Williams a little bit, I could see.
Also not interested in Carolina's Panthers center Cade Mays either. Although he may be somebody that they target and they feel like they might be able to get something out of, because he did do well when inserted for Carolina. But you know, for me, he's not at the top of my list. He's on the list, probably right around probably about 14. Probably right around 14. I will put him on the list. You know what I mean? He's outside the top 10. But yeah. I mean, he played played pretty well in Carolina. You know, when inserted at center. In the breakdown, it says he played so well at center this season that Colbert moved to guard when he returned to the lineup from injury. You know what I mean? So if the center that got hurt and you came in and took his spot ended up playing guard once he was healthy because you were playing so well at center, somebody gonna pay you, right? Somebody gonna pay you. But I told you, I'm all in on Tyler Linderbaum. If I can't get Tyler Linderbaum, I'll take Cade Mays over Connor McGovern because McGovern's not going anywhere. So this will probably be my number 2 center on the list. But like I said, probably somewhere around 14. What y'all know about him?
I'm not interested. Wait, who was it again? So I was looking at something else.
Cade Mays.
Cade Mays? No. Just a center from the Panthers, right?
Yeah.
No.
Carolina had a good season.
Too gimmicky, too much shotgun. No. Too much shotgun.
Oh, you got a quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be mad, but I wouldn't. No.
Romeo Doubs is next. So wide receiver, I'd probably kick the tires on, but I would go for Mike Evans first. You know what I mean? The George Pickens. You know, I will go for one of those two before I go for Romeo. But you know what I mean? If push come to shove and everybody gone and Romeo Doubs is there, I'll take the flyer on him. But I don't think he's gonna be around for forever. Somebody gonna take him. Somebody gonna snatch him up. So
My question is why do you stick with Green Bay?
Cap space. Green Bay is definitely needs, because remember they're owned by the people. They're not owned by a business. They're owned by the people. You know what I mean? So they definitely have they got other players that they got to sign. You know what I mean? They got other players that they got to sign. I think their other 2 wide receivers are up for contracts. Remember, Dobbs is number 3 in Green Bay. And their other 2 are up for contracts, if I'm not mistaken. So what you gonna do? Especially if they're trying to keep Malik Willis too. They gotta let either Romeo or Malik go. Yeah. They not at a short for players on this. They on this list a lot too. Yeah. Linebacker, offensive lineman, wide receiver, a linebacker. They got about 5-6 people on in free agency too. So,
no, Dobbs is gone. He's not going back.
Huh?
He's not going back. He's most likely not going back to the Packers.
I don't think he is.
They say he wants around $12 million a year.
I'll give him that. I'll give Romeo Doubs 12. For that reason alone, I'd move him up on my list to like number 9.
Oh yeah, the Packers have no cap space. They're in the negative right now.
Yeah, they have no money, bro.
No money.
None.
Yeah, well, shit. They signed what's his name and brought in what's his name who got hurt.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs.
They got no money, bro. They got no money, bro.
Josh Jacobs and the kid from Dallas. What's his name?
Yeah.
Parsons.
There you go. Yeah. That's the two must have been.
Bro, that's why you see me taking players from their team. Like, bro, these players gonna be available, bro. These players right here, they gonna be available, bro. Green Bay got no money.
We gotta bring in a pass happy team though, because we gotta play spread.
Kubiak gonna throw the ball, bro. That's for one damn show thing, man. He gonna throw the ball.
I know he gonna throw the ball.
You bring in a Romeo Dobbs and a Mike Evans with a Trey Tucker. Yeah, man. You got a good wide receiving core right there.
I like Jahan Dotson.
I hear he's not available though.
Yeah, he is. You're a free agent.
So what y'all feel about Romeo Dobbs? Yes, no.
Yeah.
Depends on what the price is.
12 mil.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Isaiah Likely, Baltimore Ravens tight end.
No.
Bring in another tight end?
No, we got the best tight end room right now. No.
Here's a guy that I wanted. I think everybody wanted when he got drafted, but the problem is his availability has been so fucking limited. That's Philadelphia's Eagle linebacker, Nakobe Dean.
No. He can have a standout year, but no.
No, I'm good.
It's saying right here. It's saying right here at the bottom, bro, in big bold letters. Ability is not the issue here. Availability is. Hey, look, you could probably get a Nakobe Dean. Honestly, you could probably get him for a low. I'm thinking probably somewhere right around the $6 to $7 million range.
I'll be honest. I'd rather see
wherever he goes is gonna be a prove it deal. I'll just say that. Wherever he goes is gonna be a prove it deal. Damn, it's almost 12 o'clock already, man.
Yeah, I'd rather run with the linebackers we got.
Got you. Moving on, safety, Carmen Curl from the Rams.
No.
System guy.
Nashawn Wright, cornerback from Chicago Bears. He's on the list, but he's at number 19. Buffalo Bills defensive end Joey Bosa, not on my list at all. New England Patriots safety Jalen Hawkins is on my list. I have him tied at number 7. This is the guy I would definitely bring in. I like his season. You know what I mean? I think he's got a really nice upside, and I think he's found his way in the NFL. Tampa Bay cornerback Jamel Dean. I'm not high on.
Too much money to not be that productive.
Wide receiver Wendell Robinson from the New York Giants. He's on my list. It's somebody I would bring in for the low though. You know what I mean? If we talking that Romeo Dobbs $12 million money, you know what I mean? This is a guy I will probably bring in and kick that around, but he's probably going to want closer to 20, and I ain't doing that.
He has a availability issue as well.
Yes, he does. He can't complete a season.
Shit, he's injured right now, I think.
No, I think he just came back.
He does get numbers when he does play, though.
Yeah,
he gets great numbers when he plays. I think that's why they won the last 2 games, because he was back.
Yeah, that and he's a down the field threat that could stretch the field.
But not at 20 million. I can't take the chance of 20 million.
Oh hell no, he ain't 20 million. He's got to prove he could stay on the field. So I would.
But I'd give him 7. His market is 20. That's the thing about it. His market is 20. So
7. He gets 7, 8 from me.
Yeah.
Or 6 with a signing bonus. That's what you get. You ain't getting 10. You're not. No, hell no.
He just got his first 1,000-yard season.
Yeah, I mean he at most 6, 7. I mean he got he's still on his rookie deal. He had $8 million on his rookie deal.
So his drop rate this year was 2.2%.
Yeah. Let's see. Barely hit 1,000 yards, 92 receptions. He played the most snaps of his. It's his money year, and you only got 4 touchdowns. Granted, you did have. Nah, yeah, Jameis when Jameis was balling. Yeah, Jameis. You did have Russell Wilson for a large part of the season, and Jackson Dart doesn't throw the ball, so yeah, that's not enough. Well, he got yards though.
He had 1,000 yards. He had 1,100. Next on the list is Raiders great Khalil Mack.
Yeah, buddy.
Khalil is on my list. I bring Khalil in to play his final 2 seasons as a Raider. You know what I mean? I play him. He still got a little something left in the tank. I watched him play for the Chargers. Khalil got a little something left in the tank. I think he got at least 1, maybe 2 seasons left in him. You know what I mean? He still plays at a high level. He can still come in and contribute. Yeah, I kick the tires on Khalil Mack. I'm giving Khalil Mack about $8 million a year.
If we draft a kid from Miami Bain, then I bring in Mack.
Yeah, because he could really tutor him.
Mm-hmm.
He could really tutor him.
If we don't bring in the kid from Miami,
they're pretty similar. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, they real similar. So, yeah,
because you could have him, you could have Max, Khalil, him online, and even Tyreek.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, with Khalil Mack, I think Khalil at this age, he definitely he's not one of those guys where he's that guy you can just leave on the line by himself. He's going to need someone on the other side. That's the reason why the Chargers are not as successful as they were, is because they had injuries on the opposite side of Khalil Mack, so they really didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? That two-piece special. You know what I'm saying? So if he comes over here with Max Crosby, they might have something cooking.
You get Max and Mac. You get the Max and Mac show. Oh man, that could be something, man. I think that could be something for at least 1 or 2 seasons, man. That could be something.
Yeah.
Get your peanut M&Ms.
Man. Moving on, we got 10 people left. Cleveland Browns tight end David Njoku pass. Steelers guard Isaac Samalu. I'm not too keen on him. He's 32 years old. You know what I mean?
No,
he's only been to 1 Pro Bowl in his career, and yeah, I feel like that. I don't think that offensive line in Pittsburgh is too good. You know what I mean? They just didn't look too good to me this year, man. And I'm not too keen on taking anybody off that offensive line, man. I pass. Next is the Kansas City Chiefs safety Byron Cook.
I like the other 2 safeties we talked about.
Yeah, me too. That's why I say I'm good. Washington Commanders wide receiver Debo. Now this is where I will say that locker room cancer comes into play for me. This would be that one player I would want to avoid. He give me AB vibes, bro.
Over Pickens?
Huh?
Pickens is more AB than.
Nah, I feel like Debo more AB. I
If
feel
he was in San
Debo closer to
Francisco-
AB than fucking Pickens is to me, bro. Debo come to the stadium in leather skirts, nigga. I'm good, bro. Leather skirts and high leather boots, bro. I'm straight, bro.
So you're not taking Jamar Chase?
Jamar Chase is not what Debo is. Debo diva. You know what I mean? Debo diva. Jamar Chase has only really had 1 incident, and that was spitting on old boy. For the
That's the biggest.
Other than that, you know what I mean? You don't really hear Jamar Chase too much, you know what I mean, unless it's a touchdown or him having a hellified game. But, Debo, I'm good, bro. I'm good. You know what I mean? The Commanders took a chance on him. They just took a chance on him. You know what I mean? And they ain't even willing to keep him. So what that say? The Niners was willing to let him just walk out. You know what I mean? So for me, like, yeah, bro, I'm good. You're 29. You've been to one Pro Bowl. You know what I mean? Another thing is he's hurt. He's always hurt. That's the other thing with Debo.
Yeah, that was the Niners doing. That was the Niners doing. They ran his ass into the ground.
Okay.
When he was a Swiss Army knife doing everything, running, passing, catching, yeah, it shit caught up to him.
Yeah, he can't separate from. Look, that's the other thing. He can't separate from defensive backs either anymore. It's starting to show.
Shanahan ran him into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he separated that much in San Francisco. He just copped the damn ball a lot.
Next is Dallas Cowboys edge rusher Jadeveon Clowney. I think he's a journeyman. I think that's somebody you could go and get in the middle of the season if you needed to. You know what I mean? He's gonna be available.
Yeah, he's a mercenary. He's 100% a mercenary.
Yeah, he's a hitman for hire. You can get him in the middle of the season if you needed to. That's what fucking Dallas did. That's what Dallas did. Next on the list is Cleveland Browns guard Joe Benito. He is on my list. You know what I mean? He's up there. I think I want to have him tied at like 10.
And there ain't nobody on Cleveland. I think we got a better offensive line than Cleveland Browns.
I don't know. His 7.5, his 75.7 pass blocking grade, you know what I mean, is 8th best in the NFL. So for that reason and that reason there, if we're going to be throwing the ball, I definitely want to bring in a guy who ranks in the top 10 in pass blocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember watching those. I remember watching those games. I didn't see that shit.
That's the reason. The reason why you say that, JT, is because that O line was inconsistently hurt. That in and out, they did not have their consistent five. Batonio was one of their key starting guards, and yeah, he's good.
What's his name?
He's 34 years old. Listen, he's 34. He's been to 7 Pro Bowls, 2018 to 2024, and he's been first team All-Pro twice. And he is going to be good interior help for the cheap.
He ain't cheap.
He ain't gonna be expensive. He ain't gonna be $20 million. He gonna be closer to 8. And he's still good. And if you want these guys that you drafted to develop and really learn from a veteran, you bring one in.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can see that, yeah, because he's making 16 right now.
Yeah,
16. He's probably gonna want more to come here.
I don't think he's gonna want more to come here.
Shit,
at 34, you just want an opportunity.
I mean, but he's playing at an all-star level. Not you could be older at O-line. You know what I'm saying? As a guard,
I know you can, but you know what I mean.
Nah, he ain't slowing down. He's gonna get every bit of his money.
People gotta remember, you come to Vegas, you get to keep a little bit more of your money when you come to play.
That shit don't fly, man. That shit does not fly about this.
We about to build something nice, man. That's the pitch, man. We trying to build something nice, man. Come fuck with us. We're gonna try and get it right. Come fuck with us. Anyway, man, we are. I'm at 12:03, bro. It's about time for me to roll out. Let's get these last 4 out, because this was the last guy on my list. Washington Commanders linebacker Bobby Wagner, maybe in the top 25. You know what I mean? If you get desperate, I think he might stay with the Commanders. New Orleans Saints linebacker Demario Davis. He's 36 years old.
He just is old.
Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Flacco, no.
He's
And
older than both of them.
Atlanta Falcons defensive tackle David Onwuamador, no, I'm good. So that is the full top 50 list. You know what I mean?
Well, can we talk some honorable mentions real quick? Just yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know, close to home. What do you do with Malcolm Koonce? He a free agent.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
So another one. You know what I'm saying? Close to home. He did very well with the wide receiver room. Tyler Lockett.
Bye.
Daniel Carson.
Bye. 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 You missed too much. You missed too much this year, man. You missed way too much this year. And then you go out and kick a fucking 60 yards, something you ain't never did in your life. But you over here missing fucking field goals, simple ones, chippers. You missing chip shots, getting shit blocked. But then all of a sudden you come out here and kick a fucking 60-yard field goal, something you ain't never did in your life.
Hey, stuff he getting blocked. I don't blame that on him. Remember, we had one of the worst O lines in the NFL. So what did you think the special team line was going to be?
But the misses, I can blame the misses on him, bro. And there was a lot of misses, bro.
He only had one extra point miss, and he had what, 2 or 3 blocks? He only had 5 misses. He made 22 or 27.
Yep, he missed 5.
And he had what, 2 to 3 blocks? So he only missed 2. He missed 3 field goals in the season.
They was important ones. That's the problem. It's not how many he missed. It's when he missed.
Okay, so he missed 3 field goals.
No, he missed some important field goals.
He missed 2 important field goals and what was the record again?
It ain't about how many he missed. It's when he missed.
What was the record again, Twat? What was the record again, Twat? 2. I don't remember how many games we won.
3 games, man. We won 3 games this
year. Oh
yeah,
3 because we beat one. We didn't go. We didn't go.
We didn't go winless in the division, bro.
Yeah, we didn't get swept in the division.
Oh, okay. So we won 3 games. I don't think we had any important field goals this season.
The one against the Bears.
I don't think we had any important field goals this season.
He missed 2 game-winning field goals.
Okay.
He made up for 1, so
he missed 2 game-winning field goals.
So
he missed 2 game winners.
So he missed 2 field goals.
He missed 2 game winners.
A lot of people do. Game winners. What from where? Were they plus 55?
No. They were in his wheelhouse. His wheelhouse is like the whole part about it, bro. He missed 2. He missed 2 to win, and he had 2 blocked to win. So that's a total of 4 right there.
No, that's not. You can't count blocks on him.
Nope. If wins and losses count when it's in the quarterback's hand, it should count when it's on the kicker's foot.
So if they don't get blocked and they can just run in and tackle you, that's still on you because you're the kicker?
Yeah, you should have kicked it faster.
You take 1 step. It's 1 step.
Hey. You should have been a faster step. Anyways, bro, it is late, man. Tell the people where they can find you at, man. We shall return tomorrow, man. You know what I mean? 9:15, same black time, same bad channel. You know what I mean? Where they find you at, JT?
Here. Up for review. There'll be content coming soon. I'm just working on something right now. It's going to take a little bit more time. I can't just freestyle or just go in unprepared.
I do. All my
I
shows,
mean,
all my shows are prepared.
no,
All my,
this one can't. Yeah, this type of information and content, I can't be unprepared, or I can't just throw out.
See, that's another thing about my show, man. I keep you entertained just off pure freestyle. I don't have no script. I don't have nothing planned. I just say I want to do a show. This is what I want to talk about, and this is what we're gonna talk about. I don't have no set. Just entertainment, man. Just pure entertainment, thoughts, opinions. Anyways, finish up with JT so we can get to Twan. So Twan can tell people.
That was it. That was it. Here, content coming soon. Be on the lookout. It's gonna be really big. It's gonna be really, really big and important.
Bet. Twan, where you at?
Do something different and subscribe to Raider Twan.
I like that.
I like that. Do something different. Subscribe to Raider Twan. And for me, y'all know where I'm at. We here. You know what I mean? If you watching the channel and you ain't subscribed, man, do me a favor. If you don't want to sub, just like the video. That's all I care about. The likes. I'm just trying to get back in the algorithm. So, you know what I mean? I'm here to have fun. Huh? I used to be an algorithm. I'm not an algorithm anymore. I'm not.
Comment too. Leave some feedback. Tell us what you like, tell us what you dislike.
I respond to some comments. I like almost every. I do respond with a heart to every comment. So I see every single comment. I may not reply directly with words, but some I do. Some of them I do. Man, I'm not gonna get ugly with nobody or nothing like that. But some I do. So not get ugly with it, but some, like I said, some comments I do respond back to with words. But for the most part, I see every comment and I like every comment that I get notified of. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, 50 billion things on the face of the planet you could have been doing. The fact that you allowed us to grace your screen for any amount of time was greatly appreciated. More than I can verbally express. As I said before, the show was brought to you out of my own pockets. The alcohol of the show is Gran Camino. You know what I mean? If you don't know, you need to know. Get you some. Love you some. Have you some. It is phenomenal. You know what I mean? Phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, as always, like the new saying goes for the show, DNA may make you related, but loyalty makes you family. Y'all have a great night. Y'all rest yourselves. Blessings to you. Go Raiders. We out. Peace. Just end.